Every Sunday, there's only one place to get all your kneecapping, hard-hitting Detroit Lions coverage. Start your Sunday with the Lions Weekly Report with Broder and Terry Foster. Then, the Lions pregame show with Neal Ruhl and Sean Baligian. At kickoff, keep it locked in for all the emotions of the game with a live watch party with the heavyweights. Then, recap the game with the Lions postgame show with Anson. Game days, there's no other place to be than Woodward Sports. Live all game day. Go Lions. Every Sunday, there's only one place to get all your...
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Lions pregame show. We're live at Second Best here in downtown Detroit, just a couple blocks away from Little Caesars Arena. My name is Neal Ruhl. That guy, Sean Baligian, here in the house as always. We have KG in the building.
What up?
Everybody's down. They're starting to make their way in. And Sean, as we talked about the last time, we don't get a lot of these, the Sunday 1 o'clock games, because we done came up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're past that now, but it's good to get back to the roots. And sometimes, Sean, you have to do that, right? You get back in the 1 o'clock game, you slap the Vikings around a little bit, and you get your Sunday going. Maybe you go mow the lawn, rake the leaves. What do you got?
It's not our fault that an inferior opponent comes in today.
No.
That's not, and the NFL has to sit back and say, well, this isn't exactly a marquee game, so we better keep this at 1 o'clock.
Well, and that's not the Lions' fault. That's not the Lions fans' fault. That's the Vikings fans' fault.
They're awful quiet. I know they're all in there. I've seen them, but they're awful quiet this year.
It's really weird, isn't it?
For such a fan base that talked so much shit last year.
Yeah.
Where did they go?
At least they had a reason last year.
Where did they go? You
I don't see them.
For some reason, the first week of January comes to mind where all the Viking fans just, after literally torturing me, it was total misguided anger. And one day we're going to have that conversation. Y'all should have been mad at him, and you got mad at me.
I know.
That's normally what happens when you work with this
Isn't
guy
that
over
amazing
here.
how that works itself out? But, no, listen, all jokes aside, Neal, I like the 1 o'clock game. I do. I like the 1 o'clock game. Let's get down here early. I'm telling you, you guys, this area is so beautiful on a Sunday morning. Neal, I don't know about you. I always take scenic routes in because, honestly, I really, as somebody who's been in this area forever, I love to see people out on the street. People, how this area has grown and everything. This is fantastic. We're at Second Best. Come out here. Our bucket of joy is going to be here momentarily.
Shout out.
More on that in a second. But, Neal, it's fantastic. And, there's a football game that we have to take care of business in.
Absolutely. If you're coming downtown, for the game, come on down by Second Best. The best wings, the best chicken sandwich in the Detroit area proper around the stadium. That is a factual statement. Shout out to everybody at Sun Cruiser. We got the bucket of joy, as you said. Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, Fen Johnson Law as well, Mad Packs, all the sponsors that bring it here. And, come on down, man, and let's get into this Lions-Vikings game. We'll take a spin around the NFL. We'll get you our Caesar Sportsbook best bets. It's all out there for you. But, Sean, there was something very interesting just as we get into the flow of this game here today. I was reading Pride of Detroit, and just they're right up on the game today, and they get in there. It's somewhat geeky sometimes, but sometimes you need to get a little geeky. And basically the premise of what they talked about was Jared Goff against the blitz, which the Minnesota Vikings are the most blitz-heavy team in the league.
Brian Flores, that's his reputation.
That's his reputation. You know what Jared Goff's reputation is against the blitz?
Very good.
Yes. Yes, absolutely very good. Jared Goff against the blitz this season. 73% completion. Oh, look at that.
You got to throw it on top.
Right
throw it on
here.
top.
Yeah, you can put that right up here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't ever worry about putting that right.
No.
Toss one like Stone Cold, man. I need one. Toss one to your boy. Oh, yeah. Hands like Randy, baby.
There you go. Getting back to it anyway, though. Jared Goff, 73% completion percentage against the blitz. 10 yards per pass attempt.
Wow.
It's absolutely unbelievable. 23% explosive play rate, meaning 23%, basically slugging percentage for quarterbacks.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. And Amon-Ra St. Brown, for the people that just want to snap Sean and say that this is a JMO game, it's an Amon-Ra St. Brown game. according to math, according to the history. And by the way, jump into that Woodward Sports chat thread. If you want to skip the line, use the super chat and get your thoughts out there.
Can I go a step further?
Yes.
Are you familiar with Jahmyr Gibbs' work? Are you familiar with the work of Jahmyr Gibbs?
I am. Jay Hart in the chat. Hutch, 3+ sacks. Are
you familiar with the work of Jahmyr Gibbs against the Minnesota Vikings? Because a lot of people, and another guy, I got to continue the bit. Monty's bad, boo, we should cut him, he's bad, okay. Jahmyr Gibbs last year, game 1, 15 carries, $116, 2 touchdowns. Also added 4 receptions for 44 yards. The dismantling at Ford Field, 23 for 139, 3 touchdowns, 5 receptions for 31, and another touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs has absolutely feasted on the Vikings, and I expect that to happen today.
Woodward Sports chat thread, get in there. Craig says, Craig, every game is an Amon-Ra St. Brown game. No, but really in particular against the Blitz. Amon-Ra St. Brown, last 2 seasons, 4 games against Minnesota. 29 targets, 25 catches, 20 first downs.
Damn.
352 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Jesus.
Is that any good?
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty good.
But Sean, that's not even real.
No.
Tell me more about Jay Jadis.
No.
Tell me more.
I don't want to.
Sean, tell me more. Jay Jadis.
Listen.
Where's the Justin
back.
Jefferson jersey?
JJ's back. All right, JJ to JJ. That's the recipe today. Let's be honest.
Don't get him started, please.
In the Woodward Sports chat thread, shout out to Debo, baby. That's my bike, punk. Double G in the super duper chat. Hey JJ, guess what? You don't get a red jersey to save you today. Hutch gets to hit you today. So with that being said, you can run, but you're going to die.
Damn, okay.
Go Lions, FTV. Hey, Double G, Viking fans are going to be mad at you because you want them to be violent with J.J. McCarthy. People like KG and the Michigan fans are going to be upset with you.
Okay, relax.
Can we just
go blue for sure?
I don't include him in that.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm going to get his back.
This SOB over here, I just don't want him injured. Okay, that's it. You kind of was stepping
Whatever
off the ledge
happens
a little
to
bit.
him happens to
All
him.
right, let's put it like that. I agree with that. Whatever happens, happens. If he dies, he dies. It's like Drago me.
100%. And I'll
If
be
he
like
dies, he
Drago's
dies.
wife, and I'll take a drag of the cigarette, and then that'll be it. Like
and
that'll be
the
it.
sly little smile comes on her face.
Yeah,
as
absolutely.
Creed is going down. Listen, that is the worst bit in the history of mankind to me, Neal, because I am the type of person. You're a perfect guy to talk to this about. Okay, I don't care if your favorite player ever, okay, that you had a chance to broadcast at Oakland, goes to the show. He's in the show, okay? When he's playing your team, he's the enemy. That's that.
That's it.
Yeah.
End of story.
Sorry, that's
End
it.
of story. And Sean, that's exactly where it was. And I once again became some kind of a figure in Minneapolis this week for my comments about that. But I will double down on it. And I asked Braylon Edwards, familiar with Braylon Edwards' work?
Yeah, I would
who
say so.
played for the Jets, competed for championships against, the Ravens and Ray Lewis.
Right.
and
Who's
Ed
not in
Reed.
the Big Ten or NCAA Hall of Fame?
Don't get me started. But anyway, Sean, I asked Braylon. I said, Braylon, when they threw a pass to you and Ray Lewis came across the middle and was coming after you, what was his goal? He looked me dead in the eye and he's like, to take me out of the game. To put me out of the game. And everybody knows it. That's what you sign up for.
But we're supposed to pretend. Like that's what we're supposed to pretend. And
well, how can I have to tweet about it so I look like a good person on Twitter?
Well, and you know what? For every Mike Singletary, who legitimately,
Can't win with him.
as ferocious as Mike Singletary was, Mike Singletary was a good man who said, man, I want to hit the guy hard, but I hope he gets up. I hope he's okay.
No.
No. That's Mike Singletary. That's an exception. Guys don't think that way, man. This is a ferocious game. Like, lighten up, Buttercup. That's the way this game goes. You are looking to take people out. That's just the reality of football.
Like, out of the game.
Don't kid yourself. Don't kid yourself.
KG.
No.
Really, you were there.
Yeah.
You looked me dead ass in the eye and said he wants to take me
No,
out
for
of the
sure,
game.
but there's also a respect level there as well. You're not trying to end a guy's career, so that's where I draw the line. I ain't trying to end JJ's
Did I
career
say
today.
that?
Well,
Listen,
I did not say that. I said I want him out of the
listen,
game.
Listen, I'm not asking for the guy to die forever.
Yeah.
Just die
It was
today.
heavily implied by you on
No,
Friday.
that implied is done on your end, not on my end.
Okay.
Neal,
Sure. Okay.
Neal, don't die forever. Just die today.
Yeah, like
That's
Woodward
okay.
Woodward Sports chat thread. Sideless, 1 o'clock and still has the highest ticket price in the league. We made it. Glad we can elevate the Vikings for a day. Give the little guy a tour of the crib.
No, real. That's
Vikings fans. That's a great line because that reminds me of the Eminem line. You know, like for the Vikings today, they're a molehill. We're about to make a mountain out of them.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
look
Like,
at you. All right.
I'm glad
That's an
Sideless. I'm glad
Yeah.
Sideless picked up on what I was feeding off. Listen, the Vikings are the reason this game isn't at 425. Let's be honest.
It's not the Lions' fault.
It's not
Right,
the Lions'
definitely ain't
fault.
the Lions' fault.
If you guys kept your end of the bargain, if you were as good as we've been told you are, and Jordan Addison is clearly the best number 2 wide receiver in the league,
JJ.
if you guys were that good, we would be the 425 today. So if you're pissed off it's a 1 o'clock game, you have nobody to blame but yourself.
And the'd be boxes of J. Jettis cereal all over in second best right now, and they'd be serving bowls of it. But no, you know what? They're not, because it's a choking hazard.
Why don't you
Look
Viking
at
fans
this
come
guy.
down here to second
He got
best?
bars today.
Listen, we had a lot coming here last year. We did. We had
Yes.
a lot coming here last year for that Sunday night game, and I don't see any today. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, really weird.
Where'd you guys go?
Ryan's reaction. Or wait a minute, I'm gonna get to Ryan's reaction in a second. Freddie Felt 313
Shout
in
out.
with the super chat. Sun cruising on a Sunday afternoon. That's a fact. Shout
Damn
out, Sun
right.
Cruiser.
If you guys want to bring another bucket too, I don't think Neal and I are going to complain.
Yes, absolutely.
Just a thought.
Double G in the super chat. Bring the smoke. No, Double G, and that's it. 1,000,000,000%.
Lions gonna do that though. They always do that.
Absolutely. Jay Hart, LOL, is it safe to say our ticket prices help pay our guys their guaranteed money? There's something to that, yes. There's absolutely
There's
something
more
to
to that than I think anybody wants to admit.
Oh yeah,
Neal.
big facts.
We'll have that conversation one day. I don't want to have it today.
I'm gonna miss going to Lions games though.
KG,
Don't give me that smirk. You on bullshit.
add
What's
in the
up?
chat. Add in the chat. We're going to spend 30 seconds on this, and we're going to move on.
Okay.
Add in the chat. Why are we upset with the Michigan game yesterday? This is what the Michigan team is this season. Where are we? And it was always going to be a wash meter.
Yeah, I mean, it's at a 5. I'm right in the middle. Because, yeah, he's right. This is the Michigan team that we got this year.
Okay.
We got to make the best of it.
Here's the reality, though, Neal. I'm sorry. I thought this season was the most predictable season ever. For all their faults, okay, for all the frustration out there, you are knocking off Ohio State again away from going back to the playoff.
And if it falls right,
It
I'm
could
telling
happen.
you guys.
It could happen.
I'm telling
They're
you.
not doing it with 3.
They're getting 4 Big Ten teams in.
You are not doing
Sean,
it with
are they
3
getting
losses.
4? Are they getting 4 Big Ten teams in?
Probably, but you're not letting in a
So-
team with 3 losses. It's not going to happen.
Sean's still on
There's
that.
not going to be a Big Ten team with 2 losses in Big Ten that doesn't have 3 losses.
Yeah, you are going to. I'm
Sean?
not so sure about that. I think Indiana,
Sean.
Ohio
I've
State,
been wanting to see y'all fight about this for a while.
Oregon.
I ain't going to lie.
Neal, you are not getting in a non-AQ with 3 losses. It's not going to happen.
Sean, do we agree there'll be 4 Big Ten teams? The network,
Probably.
The networks demand it.
Probably. I'll give you that.
Okay.
Probably.
You're shading that way.
Yep.
So therefore, it's going to be a 2-loss Big Ten team, right? That's 4th.
Oregon, Indiana, Ohio State,
Yep.
and then
Who's next? Out of Michigan, Iowa, USC, and that's where we can just stop.
Okay, all right. What is USC's remaining schedule? I know they have Notre Dame left, right?
No, they played at Notre Dame already.
Oh, that's right.
They are at Oregon. They're home against
That's a
Iowa.
loss. That's a win. All right.
They got Northwestern coming in, and they have UCLA coming in.
I do not believe for a second a non-AQ 3-loss team will get in the playoff. Not for a second.
So you don't think 4 Big Ten teams will be in?
If that's the case, if the fourth Big Ten team has 3 losses, I do not believe it. I don't, and I stand on that. I plant my flag on that. There are too many teams that are doing it the right way, and this is why I go back. If we're going to have this conversation, I go back to Michigan. Shame on them for keeping Oklahoma on their schedule. Should have taken Oklahoma off. Go play
Yes.
Northern Illinois.
100%.
You would be a playoff team right now because they aren't going to lose leading up to Ohio State. They are not going to lose leading up to Ohio State. I do not believe, until I am proven otherwise, I do not believe that a non-AQ 3-loss team will get in the playoff under this format. There are too many damn good.
Sean's.
I know, right?
Cute, Sean. He's talking about football stuff. You're talking about football stuff.
Committee don't care about that.
Just make sure you follow up with "I'm right" when it doesn't happen. That's all I'm asking.
Sean's talking about football stuff.
You are not going to get in a 3-loss.
They will put them in the Intercontinental title match 4 bouts before the heavyweight title match.
I agree with that.
They will do it, and they might split it up into 2 days for WrestleMania.
Right.
And they might have them headline the first day.
When it happens, I'll be the first guy to say, hey, I was wrong. Until it doesn't happen, I'm going to stand on this.
Okay.
It's not
stand on business.
It's not going to happen. It's not. No way.
It's unwritten. It's unwritten amongst the conferences. 4 SEC, 4 Big Ten. There will be 4 of those each at a minimum.
We'll see.
We'll see. 100%.
Yep.
We'll put a drink on it.
I think that there are extenuating circumstances that go on in a scenario like this as well. I do. I think you have to account, like last year, the giant wild card was Indiana, okay? Might the giant wild card be this year? Georgia Tech, okay? Miami lost their second game yesterday. What if they win out? There are way too many extenuating circumstances that would have to go absolutely right. And I think that, as fraudulent as the ACC is, and they are, as fraudulent as the ACC is, let's not forget they had every reason to keep out SMU last year, and they put SMU in. Let's not forget that. I mean, that's something we have to remember.
Yeah, well, they had their quota of Big Ten in there.
And I think this year, all right, so let's take it to its logical conclusion. You have, let's play pretend. Let's say the U. The U is at 2 losses. And we know what the U is, and we know what Mario Cristobal is, okay? How do you justify taking the 3-loss USC, 3-loss Michigan, over the 2-loss Miami? That isn't going to go over well.
Because right now, they are 7th in their conference.
Yeah, that's not going to go over well. You know what? I know it. That's the way it is. So I do not believe, and I planted my flag firmly in the ground, I do not believe that a 3-loss Michigan gets into the playoff. I don't. Especially when you look at who they lost to. And I think that's part of this conversation. If we're going to have this conversation, let's have this conversation. When you look at who they lost to, if you lost to Oklahoma, if you lost to USC, and
At
you
USC,
lost,
yep.
and you lost to Ohio
Now, it's got to be a
State.
close game. They can't get cooked. Like,
Yeah.
you got to fit the narrative.
Now I hear some shading back the other way from your side.
They can't get cooked.
Okay, so
No, Neal's been consistent with that.
all right, but when we start to put those parameters in, 3-loss team, period. I do not believe a 3-loss team is going to be in. I don't.
As long as they don't get cooked, I think that they'll be there. Woodward Sports Super
Going
Chat.
the other way.
Double G. Michigan is the Jay Jadis of the Big Ten. Sideless. Iowa plays USC and Oregon. The SEC kill Hawkeyes got a chance. Lord, imagine if Iowa and Indiana were playing in a natty quarterfinal.
Ference.
End of times.
It's real. It's like whether you want. I just call it the Ference. That's what they do. Every few years he mixes in a year like this, and he does it smartly as well. Why put anybody on your schedule? Are you kidding me?
Oh, people are talking about it. Craig, Sean, it's a mathematical impossibility that a playoff this big has no 3-loss teams in it.
Well, when it happens, I'll confess
Eventually
to that,
it's going to
Brian.
happen.
When it happens, I will confess to that. I will also say
Confess.
it is not an impossibility because it happened last year.
Confess.
Clemson was an AQ. So don't tell me it's an impossibility when it happened last year, Craig. That would be an example of a non-factual statement.
Woodward Sports Chat there at James Galena. JJ doesn't play for Michigan anymore. He is the enemy now. Get on
100%.
board. There's a lot of that.
100%.
A lot of that in the chat.
Yeah, I thought you was going to get a lot more hate on that post. There was a lot of people riding with you.
Yeah, because it's common sense.
Yeah.
It's not being soft.
He's the enemy. There's no ifs and people did it with K9. Like what are you talking about?
No, I just thought it would be more of an uprising with the Vikings fans, and you didn't get a lot of that either.
Yeah.
So
Woodward Sports Chat Thread, Soccer Night in Detroit. Detroit City knocked out Louisville last night. They did.
Yeah, baby.
Blue
Nice
City's
dub.
second loss of the year.
That's a nice dub.
Pistons topped the Mavs. They did just enough to win. When it came down to it, they locked it out.
Oh, yeah.
We need the Lions to pummel Jay Jettis and J.J. McCarthy. All right, this was the one I wanted to get to. Ryan's reaction. Soon as the props drop, I'm going J-Mo anytime touchdown and J-Mo receiving yards over. I had talked about that in terms of, I know that everyone is saying that, but this reeks of an Amon-Ra St. Brown game. I wonder, Sean, how much more data does Flores need to understand that the Lions decimate their blitz, that they decimate their defense, and they do it from a Tupac fashion? How do you want it?
They do,
because Sean, not only will they kill you with Amon-Ra, and they kill them with Amon-Ra St. Brown. The run percentage out of, and this is from Pride of Detroit. It's really, really geeky stuff. Sean, you're familiar with the term 12 and 13 personnel, right?
Yes.
Which is a heavy run, multiple tight end. That's what it means. The Lions this year are first in the NFL in rushing from 12 and 13 personnel, i.e. multiple tight ends, which means we're telling you we're running,
Right.
and then we run. The most rushing yards, the most touchdowns, over 4 yards per carry. They get 7.5% explosive plays out of that set. So it's incredible because Minnesota's defense has faced 16 rushes per game from that personnel, and the Vikings are 24th in terms of giving up yards in that set. Sean, this is the definition of a bad matchup.
Yeah.
And I knew that, obviously, but this was like the first time I dug into it. And again, I want to give the credit to Pride of Detroit. They did all the work in it. They are a great site. They are, even though they blocked me on Twitter a couple years ago. But we got all that. We got past that.
Yeah, you got it square.
Yeah. We're good. We're good now. But Sean, it's that. This is a bad matchup for the Vikings. Sprinkle in the fact that you have J.J. McCarthy, who I know was an NFC Offensive Player of the Week with 180 yards passing one week, which was insane to me, but whatever.
He won the game. I keep telling you that.
Cool. But anyway, though, Sean, this is a bad matchup for the Vikings.
No, it is, and I think we saw it play itself out, especially, that last game of the year where, for all intents and purposes, one of the most injured teams ever found a way to not just win, but win big against them. And you say, how do you want it? I say it literally is the have it your way menu. How do you want Daddy to hurt you? That's where this team is at. We've seen Amon-Ra. I read the Jahmyr Gibbs numbers. What more do you want to say? Okay, all right, we have to key on that. Then you're going to open somebody else up. And are you going to stop both of them? And that's what we've seen in a game like this. I'm going to say it again. This is where you and I kind of went in different directions. I think KOC's a hell of a coach. I really do. I mean that in all sincerity. Because, let me tell you why. This is where I call out Lion fans, though. Let me call out Lion fans. If we're going to rip on their talent, right? We rip on their talent. If we're going to, you do. Stop.
Yeah, you
Just
absolutely
stop.
do. Jay Jettis.
Wait
a minute.
Right. If we're going to rip on their talent, well, then how has he been able to put up some of the win totals that he has? So I think he's done a pretty good job. I like our guy better. I like our personnel better. And therefore, what happens is, wow, it's amazing. You see the Lions take care of business against the Vikings, and that's kind of the way that it operates. And it was kind of funny because I remember hearing this when people were talking about Coach of the Year, right?
Yeah.
Now, for the record, do I think that Dan Campbell got scammed? I do.
Absolutely.
I do. 100%. But at the same time, it was kind of funny when people were talking about KOC. How could you give it to KOC? Now, wait a second. Out of the other side of your mouth, you were talking about how bad they are. How bad Justin Jefferson is, how bad Sam Darnold is, how they can't run, how they can't do this, how they can't do that. So I think, there was a little bit of that slappy, dare I say, for lack of a better term, young Justin slapped him going on, okay?
Now, easy. It wasn't that bad.
He compare you to young Justin?
A little
Just
bit
a little
going on.
bit.
But, no, in that regard, Neal, I give him credit doing what he's done with what he has at his disposal. I do not think the Vikings are that good. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't. I think he's gotten the most out of them, and water kind of found its level this year.
Can make that argument.
Woodward Sports chat thread. Jay Vikings 74. JJ will struggle in his first game back. Will Vikings run on 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1? They usually throw. LOL. Ryan's reaction, Neal, but the Vikings will try to address Amon-Ra, leaving J-Mo open. And Ryan, that's a great comment because it hands me the baton to continue the relay. And Sean, here's my problem with what the Vikings do. And here's my problem with KOC that you brought up. You saw when they played for all the stakes, right?
Yep.
Last year. Did KOC continue to do what the Vikings do to have success? Or did he try to square up with Dan Campbell? And you know the answer to
It was
that.
a little bit of both. I don't think he could do what he wanted to do because the Lions take that away from you.
But he also wanted to square up with they're going forward on 4th down.
Of course, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're trying to force the ball into Jay Jettis.
That's what the NFC North does. Whenever the NFC North comes to see Dan Campbell, they try to match Dan Campbell, and that's a losing proposition.
Which you don't do what you do then.
No, you don't.
And you don't do what the Vikings do. And that's like it's
reminds me of Ryan Day in Michigan.
To some degree, yeah.
Yeah.
Or it could be that Ryan Day doesn't want to show anything because they're already in the playoffs.
Okay.
And the game doesn't matter.
Okay. He gonna find a way.
Sean, the game doesn't matter.
This guy right here.
I think it's going to matter this year. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's going to matter this year.
Last year proved that's done.
He keeps saying that. Your math is correct, sir, but the schools say otherwise.
Okay.
You're too smart for your own damn good.
Sometimes,
I keep telling you this.
Can I say this? And this goes back to like Craig a few minutes ago.
Craig.
Stop throwing math out there. Stop it.
Right, nerd.
Like when no, seriously, when somebody says, well, it's virtually impossible because of the math. Other than the fact that it happened last year, you're right. Like, stop it.
It still matters.
It still matters. And Neal, by your own, all right, I'm gonna fully come on your side. If Ohio State beats them by 17 points, okay?
Yeah, they're out.
Then it really does matter.
Then it does. Yes.
I think Michigan's already cooked. I really truly do. With a loss to Ohio State, I think they're cooked. I'll stand on that. But if you lose by 17 points at home to Ohio State, it really does matter.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter to Ohio State.
How do I argue with that? No, he's not wrong. No, he's not wrong.
No, he's not. I've told him that.
They won the national championship.
Yes.
Like, that's that.
I've told him that. But to the schools and to that fan base and to the TV networks, it still matters. It's still a prominent, probably the most prominent rivalry still left in college football today. It is.
Sure.
Okay.
I think it's number one. I really.
Come on. Who else is above it?
I really. Alabama, Auburn, I went to an Iron Bowl. You can't explain it. There's so much redneck power going on in that.
I don't know if I want to be a part of that.
No, really, there's so many. I'm not sure I want you to be a part of it.
I don't know
with
if
me,
I feel
okay?
safe down there.
No, but like I've been to that game. It's insane, and it is full of crazy people. I really, truly feel, and you know what side of the fence I sit on. I think it's Michigan or Ohio State. I really, truly do.
Of course.
All right, jump into that Woodward Sports chat. Get your thoughts out there. If you want to skip the line, you can use the Super Chat. Some of you are doing it. Sideless in the Super Chat. Kevin O'Connell is statistically the worst coach in the entire NFL in short down calls. Source Purple Daily, a fine Vikings podcast.
Shout out.
Oh, the podcast are saying it now. See,
yes.
Like, okay.
They know.
They do know. See, Vikings fans, look at me. I know. And you know that I know.
I know.
And I know that you know
I know
that I know that you know.
I know what you
You
like.
know what you are. You know what your franchise is. And you guys get all huffy and puffy on social media, and you come after me, you come after Sean with all your vitriol and stuff like that. You hate it because in 2 years, we basically passed your franchise by from nothing. From nothing. Like, look at us now. We're slumming in a 1 o'clock game playing the Vikings right now. Let's be real about it,
We back on
KG.
the block. We back
on the block. We're showing the kids where we grew up at. And like, look, the Vikings will be dispatched with today, and we'll keep it pushing, and then you guys will pipe up again a little bit later on in the season, and we'll have to hear from you. Your season will be done, and that's it. That's the way it works. The Vikings are owned by the Detroit Lions.
Facts.
Owned. KOC is owned by Dan Campbell.
Facts.
Jared Goff, owns your defense.
Facts.
Amon-Ra St. Brown owns your blitz.
Facts.
Owns, not is better than, not can be better than, owns everything you do.
Respect.
Respect.
So forgive me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the way that it is. And it drives you crazy. You hate it. But in the end, you know. You know what you have. Or in this case, what you don't have.
Ooh.
Keep the Sun Cruisers.
Yeah, I was about to say, you should have told me you was going to be on your MC shit today. You was just over here dropping bar after bar, man.
Do you know, like, seriously, do you know the last time they won? It's been over 3 years now.
Yes, about
I mean,
that, yeah.
think about that. September 25th, 22. That's the last time the Vikings beat us. Okay, cool.
Wow.
Ethan Sagers. How did the Commanders' belt feel? Well, we saw what the Commanders are.
Yeah.
We're seeing it play out right now.
And they don't look the same, big dog.
And we'll stop by there.
Oh, yeah. They on the list.
Can I?
They're on the list.
I need to give you guys a re-education, okay? Like, and I'm so serious when I say this. Do you know how absolutely pathetic it looks when you guys were celebrating the Lions losing to Washington? Like, you need to sit that out, right?
Yeah.
That was like us. When the Commanders lost to Philly, I can't say anything. I can't. Because you got to the place that I wanted to be. So how can I sit back and talk shit to you? Like, that's the thing with the Viking fans and you know, I've tried to help them, Neal. You've hit them over the head with the hammer. I've tried to help them, and oftentimes it's the guy that tries to help them that ends up getting the shit. They shit all over me. You guys, just until you do it, you need to do this, all right? I mean, your season last year, as magical as it was, can be summed up like this. You won a bunch of games. You lost to the Lions and Rams. Then you won a bunch of more games. Then you lost to the Lions and Rams, and your season was over. That was your year. Like, I have no other way to say that. So there comes a time, Neal, where you just got to kind of sit one out. You really do.
Absolutely. Clem, the most entertaining part of today's game is watching Jake Jadis get shut down by a Meek.
Yeah,
again.
man.
You know what? When I watch the game, I'll be ISO in that matchup.
Oh, you know you are, for sure.
ISO in that matchup. I'll be locked into that match. What is it, Sean, with the Meek and Jake?
He knows them.
I know, and I know they've been playing against each other since high school and stuff like that.
You get to know a person after a while, man.
How come the cool chain and cool necklace doesn't and the cereal doesn't help Jay Jettis when he's against Meek Robertson? Why? Sean, can you help me?
I can't.
Okay.
I wish I could. I think the guy's a fantastic wide receiver, but do you want to go to the next level? You have to go crazy and prove everybody that you are a fantastic wide receiver in those big games. And he has faltered. Look, the Sunday night game will forever haunt him until he does otherwise.
9 points.
That's it.
9 points.
Jordan Addison and I had the same yardage that day. He had one more catch than me.
Do you remember there was a Viking fan that tortured you and I for about 3 weeks straight?
Yes.
And I still remember his name. I'm not going to call him out, Sully. But I still – do you remember what he said to us? He said he literally tweeted at both of us and said, JJ is going to go off for 250 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yes.
Like, literally, that's what he said to us.
He got the 50-yard part right.
Well, he got the 3-part right as well.
Catches.
But it was 3 field goals instead of 3 touchdowns. So he was close, though.
Woodward Sports chat thread. Patrick, I wish Toronto would have won last night. No, Patrick, it's better that they didn't. Sorry. Woodward Sports chat thread. Get into there again. If you want to skip the line, use the super chat. All right, I have a Jared Goff thing. We want to take a break?
Then
we'll come back. I got a Jared Goff thing that I want to run by everyone. And it coincides with what we were talking about from Pride of Detroit. It's just another example because I don't think sometimes we know Sean. Sometimes I don't. We are live, second best in Detroit, just a couple blocks away from LCA. Steps from Ford Field as well. As always, the Lions pregame show is brought to you by Ben Johnson Law, Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. I'll be having Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey in about 90 minutes, as a matter of fact. Sun Cruiser, obviously, you know how that's working out here. Mad Packs. And, again, we're just sitting here chopping it up. If you're coming down to the game, the bar's filling up, as it always does here at Second Best. Come down, have some wings, the elite chicken sandwich, all of it. Neal Ruhl, Sean Baligian, KG. We'll be right back with more of the Lions pregame show right here on Woodward Sports.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shaq Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. Every Sunday, there's only one place to get all your kneecapping, hard-hitting Detroit Lions coverage. Start your Sunday with the Lions Weekly Report with Broder and Terry Foster. Then, the Lions pregame show with Neal Ruhl and Sean Baligian. At kickoff, keep it locked in for all the emotions of the game with a live watch party with the heavyweights. Then, recap the game with the Lions postgame show with Anson. Game days, there's no other place to be than Woodward Sports. Live all game day. Go Lions.
All right, we're back at it here. Second best downtown Detroit, just literally like 2 blocks away from Little Caesars Arena, right in the mix. One of the very best spots to come hang out. And brought to you by Sun Cruiser, Ben Johnson Law, of course, Mad Packs, Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. Remember, when it's game time, it's Tully time. Neal Ruhl, Sean Baligian. Of course, we have KG down here in the building. The Woodward squad is out here. Everybody's doing their thing. The bar's packed. Everybody's getting it in, getting ready, you know, to go back to our roots, the Sunday 1 o'clock game.
I miss the 1 o'clocks, man.
No Amazon Prime, no Sunday Night Football, no Monday Night, but it's good. It's good to go back and see where you grew up.
Yeah.
You know, where it all started.
Hey, hide the money, y'all. It's poor people around.
Yeah, you know, just hang out with, like, broke franchises like the Vikings.
I know, man.
It's not our fault.
No, it's not.
If the Vikings kept their end of the deal, we'd be at 425. They didn't. Here we are.
I'm glad they didn't.
And you know what? Seriously, thank you, Vikings. Thank you for being the mediocre team we kind of thought you to be. And that way we can enjoy what it was like. It's always nice to go back, Neal. I love to go back to the neighborhood that I grew up in, right?
Show the kids.
Got some good memories there,
Yeah.
man.
Welcome
Dad
back.
used to play football there. Can you believe we fit 5 people in that little house?
Yeah.
That's a wonderful thing, and that's what I do with the Vikings.
You see this house? This is where Aaron Rodgers shot up the whole block one day. You know, he threw the Hail Mary and, you know, kind of killed everyone, you know.
Also, to the Woodward Sports Lions pregame show brought to you by Gold Crown. Gold Crown, one of the co-sponsors of our Lions pregame show. The concentrates are their bread and butter. Try the new line. Crown Jewels are here. Gelatin-free, effect-based, coated in nerds for that extra pop as well. But, yeah, we're here doing it. Drinking the Sun Cruisers. I know the Bucket O Sun Cruisers are coming back. If you want to skip the line, use the Super Chat, Dante151. Also, Vikings fans are starting up the Kirby Joseph as a dirty player routine again on X.
Of course they are.
Why, just why? Is it fun for
Why
you
not?
people? And yes, I meant you, Vikings fans.
Why not?
Yeah, that is why not. Lots of talk. Lions scoring 35 points today, etc.
Don't it feel like that? It just feel like a Lions 30 burger waiting to happen. Maybe
Well, I mean,
40.
in this building, it's what they do.
Yes, sir.
And that's another example. And I'll get to the golf thing in a second. But, KG, since you brought it up, Sean, when they play in this building, they get in the 30s.
Oh, yeah.
Which is, and it, like, we have our crash out moments. Like, some days when they're at 14 at halftime, we're like, what's wrong? Then they get 30, 33, 34, 31, and it just plays out that way. When they're in this building, they get in the 30s. The game takes on a certain pace. It's just the way that it goes.
And you know what? I think the way that you said it was very apropos, because it is a situation, Neal, where it's like, what just happened? I was just sitting back and saying, well, we're only at 13 points, and then boom, boom, you get a couple touchdowns, and then you get that dagger at the end to kind of put some space between you and the opponent. That's just what the Lions do at Ford Field. It really does. They feed off the energy. I don't think there's any BS when you suggest that.
Craig, you know what else is coated in nerds? Minneapolis. Ha ha. That was pretty good.
Statement
that was
there.
good.
Yes, absolutely. Corey Plunkett, since we lost to them in 2022.
I know, right?
September 25th. Think
It was
about that.
right
That's
after
over-
COVID.
That's over 3 years ago.
Jeez, man.
We've scored 30 in them in every game. We're putting up at least 30 today. Yes, and
I
that's
see
what
it.
it is. Tallier in the chat. Only 2 more 1 o'clock games left this season.
Oh, man. The NFL loves us, man.
Man,
We are America's team.
they are.
It's nice to go back. It is. I don't mind it. But, Neal, regardless, we have a fun time down here. Neal and I have a fun time in the studio. Let's go. Wherever you want us. Where do you want us to be? That's where I'm at right now with this football team. That's where this football team's at. Okay, what do you need?
I remember when we couldn't buy a primetime game, and
Isn't that
now
amazing?
it's every week with this team.
Oh, my gosh, Thanksgiving and.
Right.
It really, Thanksgiving and.
That just popped in my head, Sean.
And if or?
It's November.
Oh, it's that time of the year.
We were talking about back. There are so many back conversations coming. The Dallas Cowboys, I'm so happy right now.
We was talking about on Big D, the Ravens. They're prime candidates for I'm back
we
right now.
did that on the show. Remember, we
Yeah.
look at their schedule and go, ooh, the first week of December we could have back.
Oh, yes.
Hi.
Sun Cruiser
You're
bucket
my favorite
delivered.
human right now. I got
Shout out
something
Sun
for you,
Cruiser.
KG. You ready?
Oh, no, I got one.
You
already.
want one, big dog?
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Hook my boy Jeff up, man. Shout out intern Jeff.
Shout out, yeah. Jeff is the gift. Jeff is the man, no doubt. Woodward Sports chat thread. Creative World Films. Neal's on some heel shit today.
Hey,
No.
That's what's his name? Big Willie. That's Big Willie style.
Yeah, is it?
Shout out Big Willie style.
I'm not on any heel shit. All I do is give you facts.
Neil, you're a heel. It's okay.
Why are you a heel today? Can I play? I'm going to play. Why are you a heel today?
All I do is give facts. And you know why I'm a heel? A good friend of mine told me a long time ago that facts are mean.
They are. You know why you're a heel? I think you know what you're doing right now.
Right, you can't run from it. You're a heel, Neil.
You know what? I'll give. I think you're selling Michigan fans false hope today. That's why you're a heel. In my mind, you are. You're selling Michigan fans false hope.
Right, just so we can watch him fail.
Right,
That's a Neil move.
That's what he's doing.
It's a very Neil move.
You know what? You're playing checkers. Neil's playing chess.
Last year, he made him a get right, knowing they was going to lose.
He knows what he's doing. He
Just
knows
so he
what
can
he's
spite him.
doing.
I don't know. I don't do that with the get right.
Michigan
Oh,
fans, you guys are
sure
going to
you
get in
don't.
with 3 losses. Yeah, that's what he's doing. I see what he's doing. It's all good.
Sean, can we have, because, again, I'm referencing the Pride of Detroit story that they did. I actually put it up on my Twitter.
Yeah.
Jared Goff, and we talked about the numbers against the blitz. And, Sean, look, I know what this is going to turn into before I do it. But once again, I'm going to raise my hand and have my good friend Sean Baligian, and we're going to try one more time.
We'll try.
And fail. And then we'll try again in a couple weeks, but whatever. The Jared Goff discussion, Sean, that I've been waiting to have. We gave you the stats against the blitz. He completes 73% of his passes, tied for second in the league against the blitz.
That's beautiful.
It's third in pass yards per attempt against the blitz. It's third in explosive play. 23% of plays where you blitz Jared Goff, the Lions end up with an explosive play.
Yeah.
And we gave you the numbers, and Amon-Ra St. Brown, is a part of that.
And the offensive line, got to get
And
him
the
credit.
offensive line, obviously, and the coordinators and all that stuff. But, Sean, we still don't give the man his due, I don't think. Just in that, because we're always desirous, right? And this is about a 20-second delay.
We haven't done a lot of desirous this
No,
year.
we haven't.
Yeah, you know I love that word.
No, we haven't. And this is about a 20-second delay, so we're going to be here in about 5 seconds from now. where there'll be a couple, Jared Goff. Well, if you pressure Jared Goff, Sean, can we put to rest officially? If you pressure Jared Goff, Sean, I gave you the numbers.
Do you know what?
I gave you the numbers.
Will you give me this? If you come up the middle with the pressure, he's a different quarterback. Will you give me that?
Sure, they all are.
Yeah, it's a catch-22.
No. I agree with that.
I get Neal's point.
I get your point. Some guys deal with it better than Jared Goff does. That's the only thing that I will say. If you want to call it slander, go ahead and call it slander. Some things deal with that pressure up the middle differently than Jared Goff does. Other than that, if you're coming from the sides and you give him some room to operate, he's going to be okay. If you come up the middle, I know that's kind of the blueprint. Come up the middle, at this guy right up the middle, and that seems to be his Achilles heel. So Neal, again, and this is where I think so often what we do is we think in terms of black and white, okay? And it's gray, okay? What Patrick Mahomes does with pressure up the middle and what Jared Goff does with pressure up the middle
different things.
are two entirely different things, okay? That doesn't mean that Jared Goff can't have success against the blitz. And this is what my default mode, and you have to remember, I am a convert. I openly admit it. The Jared Goff that I saw with the Rams was a turnover machine and a man that looked like he was broken his last couple of years. Those are the facts. And his first year here, when he didn't have the protection around him, we saw that summarily as well. But this is where I'm a convert. When you get a line in front of him that's going to protect him and not put him in positions. Imagine that, Neal. A team trying to put a guy in positions of strength as opposed to weakness.
I know, right?
Isn't that
He
crazy?
must play for a good organization.
But it is life. But as you know, with this organization, it hasn't been like that.
No, I know. It just took some common sense.
Right, we still new money. It's only been 5 years. Let's not act like,
fucking Lombardi coming in here and saying, well, I worked with Drew Brees, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to ask Matthew Stafford to be Drew Brees. And you tried to make a square fit into a round hole. It doesn't work.
Can't do that.
You play to the strengths, okay? I play to KG's strengths. I play to Neal's strengths. I play to my boys here, these strengths. And that's what this franchise didn't do because I think ego got in the way, especially with a guy like Joe Lombardi. No. I've worked with this. Do you know what my last name is? Lombardi. It's in my genes, right? No. You play to the strength of those around you.
Can I do it for you?
Lombardi. Shout out Maz. I know he's feeling that one right now. But no, just to further Sean's point, if you look at the games that Jared Goff plays bad in, I can look and show you a high blitz rate. Like, that is the way to beat Jared Goff. So you keep asking, why does, people like Brian Flores continue to blitz Jared Goff? It's literally the only way to beat him. You can't play zone coverage the whole game against Jared Goff. He'll pick that apart. He's a surgical.
He's completing 73% of his passes against the blitz.
I understand that, but that just goes to show you the level that Jared Goff has taken it to. He's become a very, very intelligent quarterback. He's great at checking plays at the line, and his vision is unreal and it's unmatched. So when teams do come in here trying to blitz, because that is literally the only way to beat Jared Goff with a good offensive line is to blitz him. The fact that he's been able to elevate his game to this point, I think that speaks more to Jared Goff just becoming a better quarterback, being able to see those blitzes coming, and being able to adjust at the line or during a play call.
It comes back to trust as well.
Of course.
He trusts what is protecting him.
Yeah.
He knows that there's going to be a moment. God, it's the National Football League. Somebody's going to get to you, okay?
Yeah.
But that line that he was dealing with the Rams was a disaster. I mean, really, after the Super Bowl year, there was a couple of years span where they were a disaster and they got him killed. So a lot of it comes back to trust. You're going to have your moments. Listen, Neal, we haven't had the Goff game yet, and you know what I'm talking about, okay? You can pick out different games where it's just like, okay, the pressure got to him, he was fidgety, whatever the case may be. The Texans game last year. Perfect example. You and I were out there. We did the pregame show, and we were like, what's going on? Well, that game's going to happen. You know that. That game's going to happen. How they respond to it is what sets this team and what sets Jared Goff apart. Because here's a guy that threw 5 picks and was like, who cares?
Right. Short memory.
Who cares? Whatever. And that's what I want. That's what I tell you all the time. KG, I'm not trying to piss you off. I loved Connor Cook. I loved him.
Yeah,
the guy was
as you should.
He was next to brain dead. You know, he would throw a bad pick and then he'd come back to the sideline and go, it meant nothing. It meant nothing to him. And Jared Goff has a little bit of that. Not so much but it's just like, forget it. We'll come back and get him the next time because I have trust in the guys in front of me and I have trust with the weapons around me.
I agree with that. Even to the point where we've seen him move around in the pocket a lot more this year.
KG, that's where I'm going to.
He's
Sean,
evolved.
I say all of that, and I bring up all those numbers to say this about he has no mobility within the pocket, Sean. The math says he does.
Yeah.
The math says he does.
I wish I had a buzzer.
Is he Mike Vick? No, he's never going to be Mike Vick. Is he even a league average runner at the quarterback side? No, he's not that.
No.
But Sean, you have to respect what he does inside that pocket from a mobility perspective.
I always use Ben Roethlisberger as an example. Here is a massive target. 250 pounds.
6'5".
He outweighed all of us by 35 pounds, okay?
Yep.
And you know what that guy is? As his career went on, he developed that little slide step. And I can see it in my head. Just that little slide step. And it's like nobody was going to confuse him with prime Michael Jackson, okay?
Right.
But he had that little slide step. It's like, how did that big son of a bitch just create about 5 more yards room for him?
Yeah.
Right? And that's, are you kidding me, Neal? I agree with that. That's a development thing. There's no doubt about it.
That small wrinkle has helped him evolve even more. He should have been
100.
sacked a lot more times this year.
100.
But because he's able to step up in the pocket now, you've seen Jared Goff been able to deliver.
All I want is people to say this. This offense is still pumping 30 points a game. And with the offensive line, especially at the beginning of the year, and Sean, we still see it moments. Let's
for sure.
We're FTV.
They're not perfect.
And the Vikings suck and all that stuff. Sean, this offensive line is far from what it was last year.
No. It was a
far
work in
from.
progress. And it still is a work in progress.
But the production from a points perspective remains the same because Jared Goff has added a wrinkle, that little move around in the pocket. Because, look, Tate Ratledge, we see it, right? Like, we see what Tate Ratledge is going to be. We see that.
Big fact.
However, we also see that he's a rookie from time to time.
Wait a second. Are you suggesting that rookies sometimes struggle?
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. It's YOLO. It's 100% put him in the hall. No, it's just even through that, it should have – Sean, here's my question. Should it have more of an impact? Should the Lions offensive line replacement of personnel – losing a perennial all-league center, should it have had more of an impact?
Absolutely.
Than it has?
It should have.
But it doesn't.
It hasn't. It hasn't, not to the extent that I still remember we were on the air the day that happened. And I said, you don't just replace Frank Ragnow.
No, of course
If
not.
out of one side of our mouth we're going to talk about we have one of the best centers in the league, okay?
Yeah.
And everybody said that. Everybody said that a year ago. We have one of the best centers in the league. When that dude ups and retires, how can you say, "Oh, it's not gonna hurt us"? Of course, it's gonna hurt us. All right, and it has hurt us, but it hasn't hurt us as badly as I think we all thought.
No, because you slid a veteran in there. Shout out Graham Glasgow. That's why the Lions love him. It's that versatility, the fact that he is able to play guard and center and has been a damn stout center this year. We haven't called his name once this year, and I think that's been a good thing for sure.
Freight Train Jay in the super chat. Johnny Moe is a drunk if we don't get 30 plus.
Shout out Freight Train.
Freight Train Jay stays on brand.
No,
dude.
he does.
But Tullamore do Irish whiskey. When it's game time, it's deli time. Who knows?
Sir. I hope he's drunk today. Hey,
I got a fresh bottle at home. I can't wait to
when
break
Johnny
that
Moe's
bad boy.
drunk, he's putting people in the end zone.
Next time I pull over to the Baligian compound, we're cracking the bottle of Tullamore do Irish whiskey.
Okay, so when you guys came over, you saw my this is almost like the minor league whiskey cart downstairs. The whiskey cart upstairs it's elite.
Okay.
You know
I have no
speaking
problem
of that,
saying that.
you know what I like about second best, low key? Like, we talk about the chicken sandwiches and the wings and stuff like that. Their bourbon selection here, low
Top
key.
notch.
Their bourbon selection is elite here at second
Look
best.
at my man John Lord over there.
Right.
Just destroying
Got the
wings.
ranch in the beard.
He's got the ranch in the
That's
beard.
how you know.
I look over, and then look at John Lord. That's my guy right there. Like,
Yes, sir.
as
there
I
he
turn
goes.
around to look at the selection, I see John Lord, and he's got
Ranch in the beard.
He's got ranch in the beard, just destroying those smoked
Yeah.
wings. I'm like, that's Woodward Sports right there.
Yep.
That's Woodward Sports.
Yeah, they don't just have like a bottle of Jim Beam up there.
Oh.
They got some tools up
Okay.
there in their bourbon selection. Just trust me on that, you guys. And like, I come here, like, we do the show here and everything like that, but if I'm coming downtown, like if I'm going to the Pistons game with the fam or if I'm hanging out with the boys or whatever, I pull up here.
Yeah.
And I get into some of that Russell's Reserve single bat. Like, I'm just saying, I do it.
You're going to have to put your boy on game one of these days.
I do
man.
it, 100%. Woodward Sports chat thread, James, Brady and Manning were the two most immobile quarterbacks of all time. They won rings between them. Goff is like that. It's just, I just wanted it out there. Like, there's a little extra sauce to them this year.
No, for sure.
I think that's fair.
It's very fair.
I think people would agree. Woodward Sports Super Chat, got to catch up with those two as well. Double G, fact scare Vikings fan, Sean.
It's always been that way. It just has. I'm sorry. Neal, I told you something happened to me in the last year, and I blame you totally. I kind of
That's
had
not how this works.
I've kind of had a kinship for the Vikings. Like when I was a kid, I kind of felt sorry for them, right? Because I heard about all those Super Bowls that they went to, and I was like, that's gotta suck. They went to 4 of the first 11 Super Bowls. Could you imagine that? Losing 4 Super Bowls in 11 years.
And that's my
Buffalo
point.
Bills say what up.
Okay.
But,
At least they were spread out.
But yet, and then
Not like the Bills.
Like Neal, I think most people are old enough to remember they had up to that point in time the most prolific offense I've ever seen. The Brian Billick offense of '98. They had a field goal kicker who didn't miss one kick all year.
Until.
Like, so I always kind of felt sorry for Viking fans.
Not me.
But they were such assholes last year. Really,
No, Sean, they've always been like that. Go back to the Silverdome.
You're
No, that's a
probably
fact.
right. You're probably right. But last year, I tried to say, no, Viking fan, I can relate. Let's talk about this. Share your feelings with me. It was like I was a psychologist, and all they did was yell at me because of you. So
Well-
you know what? I go like this now.
Sean, I told the
Fuck
story.
off.
Yeah, I told you the story before in the Silverdome days. I was struck in the face by a female Vikings fan.
Oh, that's where it comes from. Okay.
I was literally punched in the face
It
by
all
a
makes
female
sense.
Vikings fan because she was upset. She was upset that the Vikings lost it. We had no business beating that Viking. I forget what year it was, 94, something like that.
Right.
We ended up beating them, and I just reminded her. I was like, well, you guys are really good.
I just reminded her.
You guys tell me how good you are all the time. Then I look up, and the little old Lions beat you. Like, either you're lying to me or your team is lying to you. One of the two is true.
The good old Neal tone got you slapped.
That's all I did was stand here just like this and just say words. That was it.
Right. You wasn't reading them off a screen like you do
I
now,
didn't-
but, you know.
I don't think that's bad.
Either-
I'll call you out if I think you're wrong, pal,
Either
but-
you were wrong to put these horns on your head, and this. What?
In the skull chant.
Yeah, and yeah.
You're never wrong
Skull.
to put the horns on your head.
Skull.
Can you just, if you're a fan, put the dumb horns on.
And then we ended up winning at the end of the game. And I was like, see, Vikings fans? Like, that's the way it works. And she turns around and she goes, I'm sick of you Lions fans. And she threw a punch at. Dude,
Wow.
That's
my,
fair.
my friends were
Wow,
there.
right in
They
the
could
kisser.
see it. 100%. 100%. And, like, that's Vikings fan, though. Like, that's the class of people they are. I had control of my emotions.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't see me acting the fool.
So much so that you spoke to her after a Lions victory, but
I love
so much control.
Okay, see, you just brought up the S word. I love how like they think they're getting over. Like they'll send you like a tweet or something and go, "Oh yeah, skull." Oh man, how do I respond to that? That's it. You
Yep,
got me.
you got me.
And
You know what?
You're
Oh, sorry.
talking to the wrong guy because you know what I do? I immediately pull up my can of Kodiak and go, "I've always been a Kodiak guy." Stop it.
Hey, shout out the punter 6256 in the chat. Yeah, but was she good looking?
She's a Vikings fan. You can do the math.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
now
you
that's
can do the
going
math.
too
It's not a
far.
lot of good work in
Neal.
Minnesota. If someone that has been there, it's not a lot of good work in Minnesota. I'm just going to be real about it.
Sean, sometimes people will say your part for you.
Neal, that's going too
Did
far.
I say anything? What did I say, Sean?
There
Did
are
I-
some very
Name the last good-looking woman to come out of Minnesota.
There are some
I'll
very
wait.
lovely women in
Sean.
Minnesota.
Hold on. See, you're falling into the trap right now. I think that she
Minnesota.
fell into that day. Did I say anything about her looks?
No.
Did KG say anything about her looks? He wasn't even there, but he summed it up nicely.
Minnesota.
KG said that. KG said that, Vikings fans, not Neal Ruhl, so save your Twitter.
Anybody with that Fargo accent, how can they be attractive? Like, for real.
Let me clean up some of these super chats before we take a break. Super duper chat. Lions Den in Dallas. Born in Detroit but live in Texas. Never been to a Lions game. Is it worth it to fly up to tailgate for the Thanksgiving Day game, or should I pick a different game?
You need to do it one time.
Yeah.
You really do.
That's it.
You
The Thanksgiving
just
Day
do it
game is
once.
that.
Just do it. Okay, so Neal, I'll go in the Wayback Machine. It was the Ndamukong Suh stomp game. Normally, when I was doing all the different shows I was doing, I would say, can you give me one day where I can just be dad? And you never pick Thanksgiving, right? You never pick Thanksgiving. But when I was doing the show on Fox, I was like, all right, we're off an hour and a half before the game. I'm going to let my son come down and hang out with me, and then we're going to go to the game. That was the one and only Thanksgiving. You have to, if you call yourself a Lion fan.
You do.
There are boxes you have to check for as a Lion fan, and I think you know this, especially being in Dallas. You know what? Thanksgiving Day, right, wrong, or indifferent, is the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys. And I can't stress to you, by the way.
And it used to be the Egg Bowl, too.
You brought it up, you son of a bitch. 1 o'clock kickoff pisses me off. It's 12:30. I'm sorry. Well, what's the big idea? No, fuck you. It's 12:30.
No,
That's
Neal.
the big idea.
I tried to tell Neal that he was indifferent as hell. I'm that's a big deal.
It's 12:30. It's 12:30 Thanksgiving, and I no way am I deviating from that. So you, as a guy who grew up in Texas, as a Cowboy fan, you know how much it means to us. The third game, confession, I've grown to love it. I'm very happy that the third game happens, okay?
I've eaten too much food. I've drank too much.
Well,
That's nap time right there.
Hey, listen, no. But the Dallas Cowboys give us the second half to nap.
No, they do.
More often than not, they give us.
Well, how can you be involved with I'm back and be asleep at the same time? You can't do two things at once.
Because
Sean.
I know in a week that they're going to be back again.
Okay,
Anyway,
fair enough.
And I, by the way, I went to do you remember the snow game, the Egg Bowl snow game?
Yes.
I was there. But listen,
That's elite. Shout out, rest in peace, Egg Bowl.
Oh, go look at that snow game. It was unbelievable. But listen to me. You know then better than anybody because you've been down in Texas and you grew up. Just go to one. Go to one. It's worth it.
I would recommend that too.
It's worth it.
Speaking of Thanksgiving, shout out Ken James in the chat. We got a Packer fan spamming cheese emojis in the chat. So shout out to him, man. Y'all time is coming.
Thank you. Because I was going to do a state, when we come back from the break, I was going to do a state of the NFC North. Because, Sean, we're about to go to week 10. We are in November. It is going to get dark in like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So,
pretty much. I hate daylight savings.
I do too, man. Can we just leave it like what it was? Can we just leave it? I'll adjust.
Yeah.
We'll all adjust. Also, too, speaking of Lions Den, my buddy, Tony, that I was very good friends with, he moved down to Atlanta. He came up here for the game today, like literally just like flew up for the game.
Okay.
He texted me, remember like about 2 weeks ago, he texted me he was in an Uber in Atlanta, and the Uber driver was watching Big D Energy.
Oh, yeah,
was
you
watching
did say
Woodward
that.
Sports.
Yeah.
So shout out to my guy Tony there for that. He's up here with his lovely wife, and they're over there getting it in right now. Woodward Sports, Super Chat. Dante 151, there's been an update to the betting lines for the rest of the season. The Lions are now favored in every single game except against the Eagles. I could see that. What are they going to be, underdogs to the Commanders?
Yeah, come on
No.
now.
That one's personal.
I'm trying to.
For me.
We going to get it back. Don't worry about it.
For me.
It's a damn shame they not competitive this year.
The only
It's a damn shame.
You're at Chicago. There's no way. Because KG and I have been talking about on the morning show, that last week might mean nothing. You know that, right?
Correct.
Like, we all better come to grips with that.
Like the second half of the last game last year against the Vikings. it meant nothing. It was time to rest people.
That was pretty much.
That was outstanding, Neal. I can't.
I was there. I saw it.
So
Jordan Addison, 1 catch, 0 yards.
Well,
Jay Jettis, 50 yards.
he is the best number 2 receiver in the league. I need to get that out there. But with that being said, Neal, can you imagine that game meaning everything to the Bears and meaning nothing to the Lions? There's a world where that exists. I hope we all know that. Like, number 1 is just locked up, okay? Number 1 is locked up. And the Bears are playing for everything? Could you imagine that?
I can see it.
So maybe going into a game like that, but here's the thing, Dan doesn't rest his guys either. So I can't envision a scenario where the Bears are favored in that game at home. I can't envision that scenario.
I can't either. Twinwinder 1 in the super chat. I have to thank Sean Baligian for 2 things in my regular vocabulary. Number 1, facts are mean.
They are.
Number 2, is he a fit? I forgot about is he a fit.
Poor Killer. I would just, dude, don't start that. Dude, Killer, is he a fit? Pinch your little cheeks. We can pinch your little cheeks.
JZJ in the super chat. Neal Villain, an origin story.
Yeah, I know you getting smacked by a Vikings fan.
Hold on. Neal, you are not a villain.
No.
You are not a villain.
Don't lie to him.
Listen
to me.
I'm a truth teller.
No.
I see the unseen.
Well,
which is villainy.
No, listen to me. You've caused a lot of shit for me, but I will stop short of calling you a villain.
He wants JJ in a hospital bed.
There's a difference between a shit stirrer and a villain. He's a shit stirrer. He's a ladle.
Okay.
Neal
He's
is a
villain
ladle.
adjacent. Can we agree with that? He's villain adjacent.
I live in the subdivision.
No, you do, for sure.
I don't have the biggest house. Or the best. I don't have the corner lot.
Right.
Like, I'm in that little ranch.
You got the family flat, you know.
I got the corner lot.
You're right.
Woodward Sports Chat Thread Double G. If she had horns on her head, Neal has a good point. See? That's why our audience, again, and we're here live at Second Best. We're doing it. Thousands of people are tapping in like they always do. We appreciate you guys always. You guys made all this. We didn't. But it comes back. It comes back to that. The intelligence of our audience here at Woodward. Double G can look at facts and make a rationalized decision and say, you know what, in the end, Neal was right. Because I was right. Lebartini in the super chat. I'll raise the black flags to keep the game at 12:30.
You goddamn right.
Look,
Neal, I don't agree with you, dude. Like, no, I'm sorry. That's ours. Don't fuck with that.
Okay.
Leave me alone. Just
Sean,
give me. I'm a man that doesn't ask for much.
That's
Give me
true.
my 12:30.
You know what? I repent.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm with Sean.
I
Sean
forgive
is my
you.
friend.
I
Yes,
forgive you.
thank you.
That's it. Isn't
Thank
that
you, Neal.
easy? Thank you.
Sean is my friend.
I appreciate that.
So I will be a friend. It is not important to me, but it's important to my friend, which therefore by proxy makes it important to
I
me.
will KG, do you agree? I accept
I agree.
that.
We don't get much as Lions fans, until we get that Super Bowl. That's ours. Like
Neal,
12:30 is ours,
all
man.
jokes aside, okay? Consider my arc, okay? I started going to Thanksgiving games in 1987. From 1987 to 1994, I was at every Thanksgiving fan with my drunken, unruly friends. Everyone. We may or may not have been incredibly inebriated at every one of those games. That's a story for a different day. In 1995, I got in this business, okay? From 1995 until 2019, before that whole COVID thing, I was at every Lions game as a working member of the media. It might be just being at the game. It might be a television appearance. It might be a radio appearance, okay? It is 12:30. That's it, okay? That's it. And so many families plan their way about this, okay? When is dinner at Thanksgiving for you guys?
Around 12,
Right.
12-ish. Yeah.
Right.
You line it up with the game so you can eat while you're watching the game.
100%. And if you want to speed eat, you can speed eat, and then you can go sit in front of the television. If you want to strategically put your folding chair towards the television, you can continue to eat with that television on. That is just tradition. And this is why there aren't many things, the late Mr. Ford, there aren't many things that I thank him for, okay, if we're being honest. But you know what I thank him for? When Lamar Hunt, the owner of the Kansas City Chiefs, said, well, we pour a lot of money into this league. I think that we should move the Thanksgiving Day game. And a few other owners, the cackling hens over there said, yeah, we should do that. And Mr. Ford sat back and said, hey, that's cool. That's a great idea. Maybe you guys should do that. And you know what maybe I should do? I should maybe say the $1 billion that I pour into the National Football League, I can do that elsewhere. And everybody said, okay, we're not moving around. No, we're not moving it out. No. That's one thing that I think, that's our day, Neal.
Oh, yeah.
Don't fuck with that.
100, I'm in. Joe Sapp.
Shout out, hold on real quick. Yeah. Shout out Vicky Betts and Gabby Parlays just came in the building.
Joe Sapp in the Super Duper chat. Live in Dallas, grew up in Kalamazoo. I was at both Lions Cowboy games the last 2 years. The best part of living in Dallas and telling everyone, I'm a Lions fan. The Cowgirls suck. But they're back.
But we need Dallas. Whether we want to admit it, would you admit we need Jerry Jones and we need Dallas? We do.
I do.
Keep them alive, please.
Please?
Streets, do whatever you got to do.
Let him be a cyborg. I want him to be a cyborg.
I am getting worried about him.
You should.
Don't say that.
He's senile.
Don't you ever say that.
He's been senile for a long time.
The visual fall off.
Yeah.
Like when you see him in September, like when they traded Micah, and then they there's been decline.
I hear you.
That's all I'm saying, and I'm worried.
Okay.
Is that fair?
That is fair.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
What is he, like 83?
Yes.
Oh, I don't want to think about that.
Hey, villains live forever. Don't worry.
They really do. There's an extra.
People like Neal and Jerry Jones are going to live a very long time.
No, he's not a villain. I refuse to call my friend a villain.
Corey Berry, always better to have a shitty house in a good neighborhood than a nice house in a shitty neighborhood. That's fair.
Factual statement.
Skull Train. In
Shout
the chat,
out.
in all caps, these two ball sacks have an opinion on the way Minnesota women look. No, Skull Train. That one in particular. It wasn't me.
No, I'm
KG.
calling out Minnesota.
But do you understand? This is what I'm talking about. Ball sack, you are hearing what you want to hear. I deviated from that. I made a point to say, oh, no. There are lots of lovely women up in Minnesota. I haven't seen many of them, but I'm sure there are many.
They're a mythical creature, a good-looking woman in Minnesota.
All right, I got the back.
Now, when the last bad bitch to come through Minnesota? Somebody please tell me. Am I
do
tripping?
That to me.
Am I tripping?
That's not fair.
Okay, now I'm going to Google it.
Attractive women from Minnesota.
There's got to be some
zero search results.
There's got to be some porn star. Right?
Did you mean? That's what's going to hit you with the. Did you mean?
Okay.
You said Wendy Williams. Who you said?
That's not. See, Neal, right in real time that happened. These two ball sacks, they put me right in with Neal, and that's how I got hammered by you idiots. Because you know what Neal does? Neal starts the fire and then he takes off running. Okay, and I'm the one that's left.
That's
yes,
villain
you
shit.
do.
That's
yes,
villain
you
shit.
do. And I'm the one that's stuck talking to these maniacs the rest of the year. How about the Vandy crowd? Who texted me yesterday? Hey, can you do me one favor? I don't ask for much from you, but can you just tickle the little Vandy fans? Well, Neal, I can, but why don't you do it? Because I don't do that. I run when I start the fire.
Diego Pavia. That came from you. That was you.
Now they have multiple losses. Now he's Diego Pavia.
Oh, yeah, he's Pavia
He's back
now,
to
for
Pavia
sure.
now. When you have no losses or one loss, you're Diego Pavia.
Pavia.
But when you have two losses, you
You're
become
Pavia.
Diego Pavia.
I think that's fair.
Regrettably, I shouldn't have searched this on Google. No good websites came up.
I told you.
Now in retrospect, I'm like, Neal.
Yeah, should have thought that was
What does this look like you're looking for here?
Yeah, right.
These two ball sacks. I made a point to say, I'm sure there are lovely women in Minneapolis.
No, y'all women look like ball sacks.
Stop it!
I'm just saying, man.
Chrome 3720 in the chat. Hutch is going to eat today. He will.
He going to say what up to JJ a couple times. A few times.
No doubt.
Quiet times.
Okay, I'm not feeding into this. So comments like this from Zach Soap, I'm going to bring this up to tell you what I'm not going to get involved with. And that's it, and then we're moving on. Zach Soap, Minnesota women are often mistaken for Sasquatch. I'm not going there.
No, I think that's factual.
No, I'm not going down to that level.
Or like the Yeti, the abominable snowman.
KG, stop. We're not doing that.
Okay, fine.
Okay? We're not doing that. We're not talking about Wendy Williams either.
If that's not the best they got to offer is Wendy Williams, please tell me that's not the best they have to offer.
We're not talking about Wendy Williams anymore. West
Nobody
Coast
wants that
Jesse.
Minnesota coochie.
He'll be like, I didn't start the fire. It was always burning.
That's villain shit, though. That's why I call you a villain, Neal.
Yes. Greg, Neal, you're going to start a shitstorm and then go golfing at 1 o'clock.
Pretty much, yeah.
No, I'm not.
Mike Cato,
figure
that's
that
you.
I'm the one that has to go out there and grab all the fire equipment and put out these fires, okay? And I'm tired of it.
Like, stop. You guys, stop.
Isn't Winona Ryder
What?
from
Rich Hustle, Minnesota women look like Vikings.
Okay.
Winona Ryder back in the day was pretty hot. Can you give me that? I mean, it was 40 years ago, but she was
now,
pretty
but
hot.
sure.
We're not doing. Can we talk football? Can we talk about the NFC
Do you
North?
see what I'm saying?
Can we talk
Brendan,
football?
do you see what I'm saying? This guy goes out there and fires his little fucking matches out there, right? Pours some kerosene on there and goes, hee, and then runs
Right.
off to the golf course.
You don't
Yes.
want to talk about the dry coochie Minnesota women?
Jay Vikings. It makes you see. This is what you guys are doing. Jay Vikings 74. It makes you look bad. Change the subject. It makes the channel look bad. Stop the Minnesota women talk, please. Not cool. Jay Vikings. That's what I'm trying to do.
Oh, my gosh.
My friends here.
Listen, man.
My friends here are trying to take it down that level. And like,
Stop being soft, man. Your women are ugly. It's okay.
dude.
It's
Okay.
okay.
Doughboy Steve.
They're probably good people. They make good wives, but
Jay Vikings, you see what I'm trying? I'm trying to get it back on tracks here.
they're not
like
attractive.
Doughboy Steve in the chat. Steve, I'm not talking about Minnesota women and No Shave November.
Oh.
Okay, I'm not talking about it.
they started it.
I'm not talking about it.
It originated from Minnesota.
Okay,
Come on now.
let's take a break.
Okay, fine.
I want to talk NFC North when we come back. Sean, can you do that for me?
I'll do my best.
Can I count on you to be a pro?
I'm going to try.
You're a
the Blake
pillar.
Cup
You're a
How dare
pillar
you.
of Detroit sports
How
talk
dare
in this
you.
town. You have a legacy.
How
It
dare
hurts
you.
me to see you tarnish it like this. I'm going to go to break.
I'm not even going to argue it right now. I'm not. I was the guy that right away said, don't go there. All right, that's fine.
Okay, cool.
I just
all right,
looked
we'll
up.
take the break. We'll come back. Some NFC North talk. What are you looking around at the rest of the NFL for? We're here live at Second, but look at the place. Place is jumping. Everyone's getting
What
their
a great
drinks.
spot. It
Brought
really
to you by
is.
Second Best right here in Detroit. Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, Sun Cruiser Mad Packs, of course, Ven Johnson. Let Ven fight for you. He fights for you harder than the Lions fans fight for their team. Go to venfights.com. And, of course, Gold Crown as well. We'll be back with more.
Hey, Tony, what's up, bro?
Same circus, different clowns.
For sure. You want the usual, the big zip?
You know me too well.
I threw a little something extra in there for your ma.
Oh,
Hope
man.
she's doing all right.
Ay, guy, sei un santo.
Ah.
You're a saint.
All right, buddy, we'll see you next time, okay?
Grazie.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith. New focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. Venfights.com.
Ever wonder what goes on inside the game?
Deep ball's got a man and got him. Touchdown, Braylon Edwards.
Join Braylon Edwards and Shep
Edwards has it. 10-5, touchdown.
on the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep,
Ball looks in zone. Got Edwards for the touchdown.
where they dive deep into the heart of sports. Weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m., they're bringing you expert analysis, exclusive interviews, and a fresh perspective on the sports you love. Don't miss it, only on the Woodward Sports Network. Woodward Sports is your #1 source for all things Detroit sports. Start your day with the Sean Baligian Morning Show from 8 to 10 a.m. Rolling into Big D Energy with Neal Ruhl, Terry Foster, and Red Wing great Darren McCarty. Then make sure you're watching the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep from 2 to 4 p.m. Michigan great Braylon Edwards and the elite Matt Shepard break down all the biggest sports stories. End your day with the Woodward Heavyweights. Join Spencer and EZ nightly from 5 to 7 p.m. every day. All the sports, all Detroit, live on the Woodward Sports Network. Detroit's #1 sports network. Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts Woodward Sports. Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shaq Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. Hunting season is almost here, Detroit, and your Lions are on the prowl. Make sure you're locked into Woodward Sports for all the Dan Campbell reactions, Jared Goff touchdowns, Amon-Ra first downs, Penny pancakes, Kirby picks, Gibbs big plays, and of course, Jack Fox's leg. Stay locked in on all your Lions coverage right here on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
We're back at it, everybody, live from Second Best downtown Detroit, just a couple of blocks away from LCA, right in the mix. You see the bar is jumping. Second Best chicken sandwich in Detroit city limits. There is no doubt about that. The very best wings as well. Great bourbon selection. Sean, they sell 40s here, by the way.
Uh-oh.
I just found this out up at the bar.
You going to get an OE real quick? What's up?
I'm just saying, they sell 40s here. Also brought to you by Sun
Maybe you
Cruiser.
can pour out one of those 40s for your JJ.
Pour out one for him, man.
JJ's going, right?
Yeah, man.
Who's drinking all these things? Like what?
I have no idea.
All right, anyway, though, shout out to Sun Cruiser, real vodka, real iced tea, no bubbles, just a clean, crisp sip that won't fill you up on game day. Mad Packs, Ben Johnson Law, Gold Crown as well. Shout out everybody that's here. Intern Jeff in the building as well. That's my guy.
Oh, yeah.
That's my guy. Neal Ruhl Sean Baligian here with you. Jump into the Woodward Sports Super Chat. All right, Sean, I want to talk about, I'm not talking about Minnesota women anymore. You guys tried to drag me into the mud.
Oh, my
And I'm
gosh.
not doing it. The chat.
I mean, they look like bricks. It's okay.
Stop. The chat was trying to do it as well. NFC North, Sean. Can we check in? We haven't checked in yet on the show. As you look around the NFC North, what are you seeing?
Pretty much what I thought was going to happen, Neal. I think the Lions are still the best team in the division. I know Packer fans might say otherwise. We'll see on Thanksgiving. I felt like the Vikings would take a step back, and I thought like the Bears would take a step up, but not too far up. But with that being said, KG and I have been doing this the last couple of weeks in the morning. Look at the Bears' remaining schedule, okay? There is a world where the Bears could put themselves into that game at Soldier Field, meaning a whole hell of a lot. There is a world that exists, okay? There really is, especially when you take a look at the lay of the land around the rest of the National Football Conference. Could they be in a position where maybe they need a win to get in the playoff? That world exists. I'm not sure they'll be there, but that would be a weird scenario. And we touched on it earlier, Neal. Maybe that game means nothing to the Lions. I hope so. I'd love nothing more than to have that game mean nothing to the Lions that last week. But that game to the Bears could mean everything in regards to getting them to the playoff. And could you imagine like a 1993 redo where we play the Bears at Chicago,
stop it, Sean.
and then a week later they have to come to Ford Field? Could you imagine that?
Yes.
Inject it in my veins, please. Can you imagine getting the Bears here for a playoff game?
I would.
Ben Johnson? Stop. Come on,
My
dog.
pants would be off the whole weekend.
Come on, bro.
Like literally,
Y'all thought week 2 was bad.
And I want like
Holy
51-7 shit. Like I want it real bad. I want it real bad. The Lions Bears? Are you kidding me?
Give it to me, please.
Oh my gosh.
Please.
JD in Florida. Outstate Lions fans. The Vikings-Lions game is on in 70% of the country. Here in Miami, it's on. Go Lions.
America's team.
America's team. And even when we're at the broke-ass 1 o'clock spot
I know.
with franchises like the Vikings.
They can't stop our shine,
no,
bro.
they can't. They can't.
We're a brand name now.
Yep. The Packers, Sean.
I think they're better than a lot of people around here say.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I've
Are
been
you sure
consistent
about
with
that?
Yep. I
Sean,
do.
are you lying to me?
No, I'm not.
Sean.
You know what? A lot of people were ready to bury them off. I think so far my side looks a lot better. I do.
But
I
if
think
you-
so far my side looks a lot better.
You know what I underestimated? And this is bad on me because I'm usually
Shout out Spemo Rack.
Spenny!
He's on a scooter bumping around. I wish you guys could have seen him put his face in the window and then stand up straight, and then the scooter took off.
Spinny is elite, bro.
100%. They'll be doing the watch party, by the way. They're over at Gillies, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Woodward Sports, by the way, we have you all day.
All day.
Watch parties over at Gillies. The post-game show is live at Gillies. Tens of thousands of you will tap in.
Appreciate every one of you,
Yeah,
seriously.
absolutely. No doubt.
Even you Viking fans.
Well,
Thank you. No,
I
and
won't
your
go that
women are
far.
fine. I've been up to many places in Minnesota.
Stop
you gotta remember.
lying, Sean.
No, listen to me. I've seen some hockey moms up there. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay.
Spemo Racks in the building, everybody.
Spenny!
Let's give it up for Spemo Racks. $5 Jaeger bombs, next 2 songs.
I got to give a shout out to Timu Dan Campbell that's in second best bar as well. He's got the headset and everything.
I saw that.
He
dude.
looks like a shift manager at Applebee's. So I wanted to give a shout out to Timu Dan Campbell that's in the building.
Sean, what I misrepresented, didn't fully understand, should have taken it more into my calculations, like this schedule. All
the
right,
third place schedule. Nobody wanted to admit it.
and that's on me. I did a poor job. See, like for the people that say like I'm a shit stirrer stuff, I'll look you right in the eye and say I got that wrong.
Yeah,
100 times out of 100, I got the schedule thing wrong with the Packers.
Do you know what I think for a guy like KG, and KG and I are different.
Third place schedule.
Can I tell you why we're different? KG grew up in an era where the Packers were his tormentor, so you can't look at the Packers with any kind of objectivity. You
I
can't.
can't.
No,
to a
you
degree,
can't. No,
I can't. If you've
I
watched
can't
these
look
games,
at the Bears with any objectivity.
well, that's fair. But if you've looked at some of these games in which they have really struggled to put some of the worst teams in the NFL away, they remind me of my Michigan team. Literally, it's a painful watch to watch the Packers
That's a
for a
good
whole
comp.
game.
But
they literally are Michigan.
Okay, all right. But you know what? They're similar because they're feasting on a less than schedule.
Yeah.
That's why they're similar. And so that's all I can look at. At the end of the day, all I can look at is, well, we can talk about how playoff legit they are, like we did with the Vikings last year. Neal, this is where you and I went on different paths last year. I was convinced about 5 weeks into the season, the Vikings are going to be a playoff team. I'm not saying that they're going to be a legit playoff team, but they're going to be a playoff team because of the schedule that they have in front of them.
Yes.
And that's the way that I feel about do I think the Packers are dangerous? No. I do not feel the Packers are dangerous.
They caught us coming out the gate. That's all you can chop it up as.
Well, I go back to it. Like, they got us, right?
No, they got
us. And Tate Ratledge.
And they got us good.
We took it on the chin.
They got us
for sure.
good.
But
And Tate Ratledge was terrible.
But
back
what
then.
did you see that very next week? The turnaround. The turnaround happened.
Yeah.
They told you it was communication. The communication been spot on ever since.
And, like, look.
Ever since.
Then the next week they had the home game against the Commanders.
Yeah.
Little did we know that the Commanders aren't delivered unto us.
No, for real.
Like we thought they were. That my guy, Jaden Daniels, didn't descend upon the NFL.
He did not.
And make food for the hungry.
He didn't.
You know what I'm saying?
That
He
sophomore
didn't.
slump,
He's going
baby.
through it right now. Then they lost to the Browns. They tied the Cowboys. Then they beat the Burrowless Bengals at home.
Bro, they are
They beat
frauds.
the Cardinals. They won at the Steelers.
How do you read that and not think they are frauds?
Hold on. They play the Panthers today. It feels like they play the Panthers every week.
And they're going to struggle with the Panthers.
Yep. and like then they have the Eagles coming in for Monday Night Football. And even their tough games, always at home.
Yeah.
But as Sean, my good friend, said, third place schedule. That's on me. That's on me for not recognizing that.
Thank you.
They have the Giants. They have the Bears twice.
Whoop-de-doo.
They have the Vikings again.
In my Young Thug voice.
You know what I'm saying though? Like,
whoop-de-doo.
Okay, let's just work at a baseline with it. From this, what are they? They're what, 5-1-1?
Yeah.
Okay. The Panthers, auto win.
Yeah.
That's 6
Should
wins.
be, yeah.
The Giants, auto win. That's 7 wins.
Yep.
The Vikings at home, auto win.
Yeah.
That's 8 wins. They got the Bears at home, auto.
They should
That's
win.
9 wins. You see, they got the Vikings again. They're 10 wins minimum.
I told you.
Minimum.
I told you. So you guys, like, again, Neal, this is a both things can be true. Do I think that they're a legitimate threat? The one thing that I will say about the Packer fans that I know, I'm not going to make the broad statement, but the Packer fans that I know are actually pretty objective. They are. I think they understand their limitations. I know a couple that every week give me like a full report on the Jordan Love update. And they are not in on Jordan Love. He is not the next franchise savior and everything. And if we're being honest, I think for us, for our fan base, we had to learn that objectivity based on what transpired last year. You cannot go and do what you thought you would do when you have 24, 25 injuries. It can't happen. And so we learned that. These are uncharted waters. These aren't waters we've been in. And we go, oh, yeah, this is why people talk about the injuries are so important. I will say the same thing about the Packers. I think, Neal, honest to goodness, I think this is a team that's going to win 12 games. I really do.
Yeah, no, I could get with you on that.
I think they're going to win 12 games.
So the Lions winning 14 games is what you're telling me.
Even if they win 13, whatever, I really firmly believe the Lions will be better than them by the end of the season.
For sure.
Tony Zaniga, 97-97, is
Hell of a name.
getting in there. He said, FTB, fuck the Bears.
Well, that's my first and foremost.
Yeah. That's a given.
I fucking hate the Bears. I can't even.
The Bears.
Like, I don't think people understand. I hate the Bears. Yeah. I hate the Bears so much. And, you know, like I said, Neal, it depends what age group you grew up in. I was talking to former Lion Rob Rubick, okay? Rob Rubick growing up in Newberry in the UP, okay? He was a Lion fan before he became a Lion. He told me the same thing Terry Foster told me. For his generation, it was the Vikings.
Yeah.
They hated the Vikings. For Neal, I think for us, we hated the Bears. The Bears were I hated the Bears, and I openly admit I wanted to be the Bears. That was part of it. For KG, for my son, for your children, it's the Packers. That's the way it is.
Stuck-up bastards.
Sacky 907, but his second half stats, they rival Favre and Rodgers. Surely that means he's the one. Am I right? I heard you. Sean, is that your burner? Surely. Whenever I see someone say surely, that's you. That's the Sean Baligian.
I swear to God.
Surely.
I've been accused of having more burners than any other human in the history of mankind. I can tell you definitively I have never had one burner. I mean that in all sincerity. Never had one. I know there are some people out there, shout out to some of my media friends, that don't believe that. But, Neal, at the end of the day, surely does sound like me. I'm going to own that.
It does. Woodward Sports chat thread, Zach Soap. Neal, do you run on Sundays? No, the Lord rests on Sundays, so do I. I'm Monday through Friday.
Compare yourself to the Lord, huh?
Monday through Friday, get it in, Zach. Like, pay the price, even when you don't want to. But on the weekend,
chilling.
Yep.
Sun cruising.
Sun cruising. Shout out Sun Cruising. Oh, no, that one's empty. That one's empty.
Y'all just racking them up over there.
Here we go.
It's like bowling pins.
Look, I found another one.
Jesus.
Okay, we're over here doing it. Sean, the Bears. You kind of touched on it.
Bears.
What you expect from them? Okay, but Sean, like,
are they back?
Well,
here's Johnson fixed them.
Here's the question, Sean. So Spenny and I always joke about this. In the preseason, you start going through the numbers. Well, Amon-Ra's going to have 1,500 yards, and J-Mo's going to have 1,000, and Laporta's going to have 1,000, and Gibbs is going to have 800 yards receiving. Before you know it, Jared Goff has 6,600 yards passing. With the division, like when you say, you know, the Bears are going to be in the mix, which you're totally 100% justified in saying that. You are 100%.
As of right now, they're in the mix.
Yeah.
Of right now.
And they could be, because I think Ben Johnson is that good. I think that, and, like, I know that this isn't a safe space to say that because I'm going to get attacked here. Yeah. Because Ben Johnson, he's good.
He's good.
Like,
we knew he was good when he left.
Really good. He's going to have success in the NFL.
100%.
He's going to.
Yep.
Now.
He's an asshole, but.
No, whatever.
Yeah.
Most people that are good at stuff are.
Yeah.
Anyway, though, with that being said, Sean, we can't do this with the NFC North and then go ahead and say, like, the Vikings with Jay Jettis are good and they're going to win 10 games. The math doesn't math. Who's the sucker? The Vikings are the sucker,
well,
right?
it almost sounds like that conversation we had about the Big Ten about an hour ago.
Yeah, 4 teams.
Like,
but I mean,
it might be 3 teams, guys. And if you look at some of the projections right now, like Dinich put out her projection,
3
there are
NFC
3 Big
North
Ten teams. Okay,
3 NFC North teams in the playoffs.
No, what I was talking about is 3 Big Ten teams.
Yeah.
Okay, and it might be only 2, but can I? Here's where I will challenge people again, not to play checkers, but to play chess. And KG, you and I did so much of this. You want to hear the Bears' schedule? They've got the Bengals. They've got the Giants. They're at the Vikings. They host the Steelers. They're at the Eagles. They're at the Packers. They have the Browns at home. They have the Packers at home. They're at San Francisco. They have the Lions. There is a world there that exists where they're in that 9-win area. Maybe you can get in with a win that last week of the year.
That end of the schedule stretch is tough for them,
and it's the schedule. It's this. I'm going to say it again. There are so many. They're catching Cincinnati at a right time where shout out to Maz, Sparkly Eyes is banged up.
Their season is over.
The Giants are banged up. They get some favorable matchups at home. You know, each and every year, the Bears seemingly win a game at Soldier Field when the weather's shitty that they have no business doing it.
The Packers will struggle against them.
A couple years ago, they did it to us. They did it to us a couple years ago, right? That December game. So, again, do I think that they're quote-unquote legit? No. But I think the schedule in front of them makes it possible that they might be in that mix.
So the Vikings.
With Andor.
The Vikings. They're at Detroit today.
Yep. No go. No fly zone.
They have the Ravens coming in.
No fly zone. Ravens are on the back trajectory.
We can all say the Ravens are going to win that division.
Oh, I'm convinced.
They're back.
I'm not backing away from that.
They're back.
So then the Vikings have the Bears at home. Then they're at the Packers, at the Seahawks, home against the Commanders, at the Cowboys, at the Giants. Then they have the Lions and the Packers to finish. It's over for this Vikings team.
It's probably
Sean,
over.
this Vikings team is done.
I hate to say it was always going to be a wash with the Vikings, but
it was always going to be a wash.
We already knew the wild card was the quarterback.
Yeah.
We all knew that. I don't know why they just let my mans go to Seattle, and he's having a great year, but they really thought JJ was the one, and so far that has not been the case.
We lived that life, though. We did. Okay, if you remember the 90s, we lived that life. How many times did we see it, Neal, where we were the benefactor of a less-than schedule, and then we flipped the next year, and then we were back the next year. Now, 93, 94, 95 is an exception to the rule where the Lions made it 3 straight years. But you had 91, arguably the best team in the NFC. Washington was a machine. And then we fell flat on our face in 92. Then you had it in 96, but we were back. We came back. That's the way it is. This is what happens when you are in that ground that the Vikings are at. You were not a 13-4 team last year. You know it. I know it. You got mad at us for saying it. I was at least somebody that said, I think you're a playoff team, but I don't think you're a team that's going to make any business in the playoff.
Woodward Sports Chat Thread, Danny G. I don't hate the Bears. I hate Bears fans. Rude Boy. I hate the Packers. Danny G. right under it. I just hate the Packers.
Yeah.
James, Vikings winning 9 games at best. So for the Vikings fans in the chat, because you're here, you've announced your presence. Where do the Vikings fans fit into this? Because again, Sean, if you're talking Bears winning 9 games,
they might finish last in the
somebody got to lose,
and the Packers winning 11 or 12,
somebody got to lose.
The Lions are going to win 12.
Yeah. They might finish last in the division.
12 plus.
We talked about that last week. Like, the reality is the Vikings might finish last in the division.
Not with JJ. Yeah, I was about to say, is JJ as their quarterback?
With JJ, no way. But Viking fans, you can get mad at me if you want, but I think that's what you're staring at right now. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I'm 100% with you.
But I did not. I want the record to show I said nothing in any way, shape, or form that could be misconceived as disrespectful towards your lovely women up in Minnesota.
I did.
That was not
they
me.
ugly as fuck.
That guy in the chat. So wait, the Ravens win. Now they're good again since they are back.
Yeah.
No, that guy. Yeah. They got the 2-time league MVP back.
Exactly.
Yep.
In a favorable schedule down the stretch.
In a less than division where the Bengals are going to Bengal whether Joe Burrow's there or not, and it's the Aaron Rodgers-led Pittsburgh Steelers. So yes. They might be Baltimore and Dallas. Sarcastically, Dallas is always in the back mix. Legitimately, the Ravens are in the back mix. Absolutely.
Okay. Vikings fans haven't like Jerry Alexander, you don't have to say that the Vikings are the ugly ducklings of the division and then comment about their women. We're past that.
I mean, they are.
Please, stop.
You want me to tell lies to the people, Neal? Come on now.
Yes,
I'm
absolutely.
truthful.
Craig Kane, FTV, Woodward Sports Chat Thread, JViking74. JJ's only played 2 NFL games in 2 years. Who knows if he will work or not? Just need him to play the last 10 games.
I agree with you. We go through that here all the time. The amount of maniacs in our fan base that want to write off a rookie after a short amount of time is unbelievable.
Neal's written them off.
Neal, you didn't write him off, did you?
He's written them off,
Did you write
JJ.
J.J. McCarthy?
No, he was the NFC Offensive Player of the Week with 180 yards passing.
This is what I'm telling
How
you.
can you write that off?
Yeah.
That's magical.
I am not ready to make – I am ready. I don't think Caleb Williams is going to be a damn thing. If you can't see that by this point in time, I think most importantly Ben Johnson sees it.
Ben Johnson's going to win with them. It's going to be like Mike Tomlin with Aaron Rodgers in Pittsburgh.
He's going to flip him. You watch. That's not his quarterback.
He showed you that when he gave the backup $10 million like 30 seconds after he got there.
I do not believe that for a second that that's his quarterback. Not for a second. The jury is still out on JJ. I can give you that, Viking fan. You are a less-than franchise. There's no doubt about that, but I can give you that.
Viking fans, okay, let's keep it 100, all right?
Yep. All the good-looking women are hiding in the Mall of America. That's where they are.
They're all underground.
Disregard.
I don't think you
exactly.
understand. They live underground for 6 months of the year.
Disregard what KG just said. Here's the deal. I question super chats about their women. Okay.
It's a good topic.
This is legitimate. My legitimate concern with JJ. The over-underneath ball that you have to throw in the NFL. You have to. And Sean, you know what I'm talking about.
I do.
Over the linebacker, under the secondary. You have to. Every quarterback in the league has to throw that. Jared Goff is one of the best in the league at it. Those were the questions in college.
Yep.
Those continue to be a question in the NFL. Stop me if I'm being Vikings fan. I'm being real, 100% being real with you right now.
Talking to a Michigan fan right here. You're absolutely right.
Like Sean,
absolutely right.
That's why I have the questions. If you can't do that, you can't play in this league. I don't care how many autographs you sign at Ford Field. Travis, I saw you on social media with the clip of JJ signing the autographs.
Leave him
and
alone.
taking the pictures.
He won
I don't care how many
here.
autographs, how many Michigan national championships you won. I don't care. If you can't throw that ball in the NFL, you can't play in this league.
There are, as we talked about earlier, quarterbacks, this is like a misnomer. Quarterbacks can still develop as their career goes on. I think we've watched Jared Goff develop. We talked about Ben Roethlisberger. The money throw to me that made me say, this is a guy, I'm never going to go as far as our boy Ryan Armani and say 1 overall, this guy. I'm not going that far. But that roll to the right that roll to the right and throw that dime down the sideline, you don't teach that. I think the kid has the ability. He also has to develop what you talked about. Again, I'm
6'7".
always a both 6'7". I'm always a both things can be true type of guy. I am. And I think that's exactly what it is.
Sorry.
Here, take this. Take that.
No, but see, the problem is, Sean, you can't throw that particular pass every single play in the NFL. So to Neal's point,
no, because a defensive end will run you down in this league.
For sure.
That's what I'm talking.
Sure.
But that's why I say both things can be true. I can give him his flowers for that. That's a throw that a lot of guys can't make it, even at this level. But there's a development that has to happen with JJ.
No, for sure, because at Michigan, he was handing the ball off a lot.
Yep.
He wasn't allowed to go out there and really use his arm. So that's holding him back in the league as we see today. So,
all right, super chat.
Shout out. Who is it? Go ahead and read it, Neal.
Go on. You guys open this can of worms. I have nothing.
Go ahead and read it, Neal.
I
They
am
paid for
Pontius
it.
Pilate. I washed my hands clean of this.
Tell us again how Minnesota women are bad. Go ahead.
All right. Rando Smalls in the Super Chat. When the Lions win the Super Bowl, the Ford should make rings a key fob to a limited edition Ford vehicle like a Bronco. That's a great marketing
that's
campaign.
fire, yeah.
They sold those Lions F-150s out. I think they made 7,500 of them.
Yeah.
They were gone like that. I saw one at
Man's got
Soaring
one.
Eagle. I saw one at Soaring Eagle Casino last night.
Yeah.
He had like Lions mini helmets on the dash.
Oh,
Like,
shit.
he
tricked it out.
Yeah, he was tricked it out, no doubt. DS Mercer 83, 34-3. Lions defense is putting the NFL on notice. They are a top 10 defense.
And they're getting healthy.
I hope
They're getting
you're
healthy,
right.
man.
They are getting
Brian
healthy.
Branch is back. I think it's going to be a big day for him.
Lions Den in Dallas. Appreciate the feedback, everybody. Looks like I'm coming home for Thanksgiving, LOL.
Come on home.
Yeah, come on
Enjoy
home.
it, dude. Take it in one time. Just
Yes.
one. That's all I ask.
It ain't
You'll
getting any
enjoy
cheaper.
it.
You might want to act now.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not getting any cheaper, big dog.
Sideless. KOC went smartest guy in the room. He blew the QB decision. This is great here by Sideless. The GM seat is getting hot. 0 drafted Pro Bowlers by Quezzy. 0. Wow.
Yeah.
Sean.
Yeah. And they paid him and extended that, man.
Wow.
He's not bad. He just
0 drafted Pro Bowlers.
But he makes his mark in free agents. They brought good free agents in, but they
Did
don't
they, though?
draft good. Well, I won't say they don't draft good players. They don't draft those caliber of players.
Well, surely JJ will be a Pro Bowler this year. He was already an NFC Offensive Player of the Week
This
with
guy right
180
here, bro.
yards. That's a heist. That's a heist to throw for 180 yards. Didn't he throw a pick six in that game, too?
I believe he did.
Oh, my
But once
God.
again, he put
That
up
is a
21
heist.
unanswered points in the fourth quarter and won the game.
The people that stole those jewels from the Louvre should have consulted with J.J. McCarthy before they went in there.
I don't
Notice how
think
they're
it's
starting
that
to get
bad.
caught. J.J.'s still getting away with it.
That game seems like such a century ago, but it was
It
one of those
does.
games you saw it coming, too.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's like once it started, it was like, oh, I've seen this before.
Yeah.
I've seen this before.
That was the Bears being the Bears, man. Be mad at the Bears, Neal.
You know what, though? And I had it right here. Here it is, as a matter of fact. You talk about the Vikings GM. They spent some money, as you said, in free agency.
Yeah.
They gave Jonathan Allen a 3-year, $51 million deal. They gave Javon Hargrave a 2-year, $30 million contract. Hargrave has played 40 snaps the last 2 games, total.
Wow.
40 snaps the last 2 games. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's tough.
I'm just saying, man. Like, that's the way that it works. Woodward Sports Super Chat. Rich Hustle. When Minnesota women moan, they sound like the water boy coming in hot for a hit stick tackle. LMFAO.
I am no part of this, okay?
Oh, yeah.
I want the record.
KG,
I am no.
All right, KG, here's
Look
where you
how
need.
he's throwing you under the bus. This is
Here's where you
Hey,
need
I
to
stand
develop.
on- I
Neal.
stand on business.
Prime
If y'all
Neal.
redirect your hate towards me, Minnesota women are a 2-pack of ass. All
Okay,
right, you just.
KG, stop. Read the room.
Oh, yeah.
Lebartini.
Oh.
Okay, stop. It's over. Lebartini. It's hard enough to watch the Lions in the Middle East. Thanksgiving is always the easiest at 12:30. That's fair. Keep it there. Lebartini also in the super duper chat. My family loves the Lions but may not understand football. Always appreciate watching the first half. The NFL is trying to increase international exposure, and this isn't helping.
Oh, yeah.
Rich Hustle also in the chat. Am I the only one who thinks KG could be Kelvin Shepard's little brother? Much
Wow,
love.
I've
Yeah,
never-
you're I've
I
never
mean,
heard
I've
that.
gotten that a
literally
few
the only
times.
one. I've never heard that. I've
I've never, ever heard that.
Not one time.
Yes. So that's all I'm saying. All right.
put her there.
Mr. T-Mac, KG is why this show can't grow. LOL.
Yeah,
well,
I
I mean, there's
might be.
thousands watching right
Don't
now.
you
but-
be disrespectful to
and
KG.
we're live at second best, by the
Don't
way.
you be disrespectful to KG.
Sean, the NFL, real quick. We got a couple minutes to do it in.
All right.
What are you looking for? What do you see around the NFL?
I'm not a gambler anymore. I told you I
Yes.
walked away from it, okay? But I know that number in that Buffalo-Kansas City game, which is can't miss television to me.
Uh-oh, are we about to hold hands and walk down the road together? Caesar Sportsbook play of the day, by the way, brought to you by Caesar Sportsbook.
That number is screaming Buffalo to me, right?
Sean, did we just become best friends?
Well, I think
we were before.
That number is screaming Buffalo to me, right?
KC -2.5. Josh Allen's playing, right?
I'm gonna.
He better be. My fantasy season depends on it.
Like, legitimately, I'm that tiger shark that you're putting that chum in the water, and I'm going to come up and get some. I am. I don't see Buffalo. I don't see Buffalo losing at home.
Buffalo's going to win that game.
Yeah, I don't.
Because you know they aren't winning in the playoffs, so they got to get the regular season done.
I don't see Buffalo losing that game. I don't. Neal, right?
No, I 100% I'm with you.
It's going to be a shootout.
And I know what they're doing. They're holding that bait out for me, going, "Come on, you know you want it." I do want it.
Yeah.
Then grab it. And I'm going to grab it. I don't see Buffalo
guarantee
losing
the
that
Bills
game.
are winning today.
I do not.
I'm in it too. I'm in it with you. So that's your Caesar Sportsbook play of the day, brought to you by Caesar. We're both locked in on that one.
I'm going to go with it.
We're both locked in on that one. I want to start a segment.
Uh-oh.
And this is new. No, we've done this segment before, but I just came up with a good name for it.
Okay.
This is my Neal Ruhl NFL with your broke-ass game of the day. and here's what it is.
With your broke-ass.
It's based on ticket prices.
Okay.
Get-in ticket prices. And it was a hot contest. There's a lot of broke-ass games of the day in the NFL.
All right.
But the winner, by $1, and these numbers come courtesy of ESPN.com, by $1, with your broke-ass game of the day, is Monday Night Football.
Oh, no.
The Cardinals at the Cowboys, get-in price.
I need it.
That's the Monday night?
$16. And you can have tickets to the Cardinals-Cowboys game right now.
But you need that game, though. Right? You need that game.
100%.
Okay, I do need that game.
Why
Monday
did they
night.
put that in prime time? Somebody please tell me.
Because it's the Cowboys. They know that people like me are going to tap and I need to inject that in my veins. I need Jerry Jones. I need the hype about the Dallas Cowboys. I need every second of it. I really do.
Runner-up with your broke-ass game of the day. It was a tight race. The Chargers at the Titans.
Oh.
Get-in price, $17.
Damn.
So, we talk about it, right? Like the cost of tickets with the Lions and stuff like that. This is the other side of that.
Yeah.
This is definitely the other side of it. Real quickly, as I look across the league at other with your broke-ass ticket prices. Saints at the Rams, $40. Get in. Jaguars at the Raiders in Vegas, $47. Get in.
Jesus.
That's Vegas. They're never that low.
Wow.
People are thinking right now, man, I should have went to some of these games. Very surprising. With your broke ass, Colts at Steelers, $63. Get in.
I'm actually surprised at that.
Yeah, I'm stunned at that.
Yeah, I'm surprised at that. Yeah.
Absolutely stunned at that. Lions right now get in price $222.
God damn.
The second most expensive ticket of the day to number one Chiefs at Bills.
Oh, of course.
$265.
Of course.
I'm not paying for it
Heavyweight
anymore.
fight.
I'm sorry. I'm one of those guys. KG, I know you brought it up earlier. I'm not paying for it anymore. Now, you have to remember, I'm a guy that I lived at that stadium for 20 years.
Right, it's a little different
So I
for
don't
you.
want to go anyway. But, my kids have actually been saying this. Like, my daughter comes home from state, and she's like, Dad, can we go to a game over Christmas break? And I'm like, why don't you have your boyfriend do that? Huh? The money tree's barren this time
Exactly,
of year.
right. What is this broke ass doing?
I don't have any interest in doing it anymore. I truly don't. And I'm sorry. Yeah, please consider the source. I was at every home game for 20 years. Neal, there's no way I'm shelling out that money. No way.
Yeah.
No way.
KMG King, Lions are the team. Lions are the it team. I live in Arizona. My daughter wore an Amon-Ra jersey to school. She said all her friends gave her props for it.
Nice.
J Viking 74 in all caps. KG is disrespectful. I agree.
Yeah, I
KG,
am.
You are
I'm all that.
unbelievable.
I'm all that, and then some.
That is unbelievable.
Yeah, Minnesota women are disrespectful as well. Don't fucking grace my eyes with that bullshit.
People seem to like that broke-ass game of the day. Craig, the tickets to the Cowboys game are less than the parking. It's a Monday night game. $16
At
get in.
Jerry World. That's crazy.
And I was told they're back.
They are back. You know that. They're always back. Can we put them in the back Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Like, they are always back. The Dallas Cowboys are always back.
KMG King also, Cardinals games are cheap. I got good seats at the Lions game last year for $60. The milkshake at a Cowboys game is more. All right, Cornelius.
Shout out my dog Cornelius.
No, Cornelius.
Shout out.
I will not read this because there is not a place for, quote, Minnesota women and $16. We're not doing that.
Yeah.
We're not doing that. That's too far.
Okay.
So, Cornelius, I won't read that one.
Fair enough.
All right, is that fair?
Don't nobody want to pay for that. Not paying for that pool.
All right, Sean. Vikings, Lions today. Again, like just going back to it for me, the data of Goff against the blitz, and short of a KOC Vikings D coordinator switch up, it's just a bad matchup. What they do well feeds into exactly what the Lions do well.
There's too much. I mean, whether it be, as you mentioned, Goff, whether it be the giant numbers that Gibbs has put up against this franchise, there's too much. And I think right now, with this front seven being where it's at, I think they're going to make JJ's life miserable. I really do. This one doesn't look good today. I'm not one that's apt to call for blowouts, but this is a 3-score game. I mean that in all sincerity. This is a 3-score game.
Sean don't do that often either.
Yeah, no, he doesn't.
This is a
well, he's not
game.
like people know 9 points in the NFL
is huge.
You can be down 15 the entire second half and cover 9.
No, for sure.
Sean, my point with it is this. Here's the only, if you wanted to construct a roadmap for Minnesota, I will very simply go back to the Bengals stuff. Where, when did the Bengals, even with Burrow being gone, when was the moment they had success? Jamar Chase, close my eyes.
Right.
That way.
Yep.
At some point, if I'm the Vikings, and this is just me, the man has a cereal and diamond chains.
A lot of people have diamond chains now.
No, but he has it like out during the game.
No, he does. Shout out.
And has a cereal.
That's NFL money for you. Yeah.
No, no doubt. So surely, he's a franchise player. No, but KG, no, just vibe with me here for a minute. And Vikings fans, look, I'm being real with you.
I will not vibe with you for a minute. I'm going to turn my head this way.
Jay Jettas.
No, but KG, there comes a point where if I'm Minnesota, and we're 3-4, and if we lose this game, we're 3-5, and we're basically cooked. If this division is what we say it is, if you go to 3-5, you're cooked. I am going down with Jay Jettas.
You have to. He's the best player on your team, arguably.
15 targets.
100%.
Sean, I don't care if he's
now
covered.
I'm back in. You're right.
Why not 20?
Yes.
The Bengals did it.
Yep.
Once per 4 downs.
Yeah.
Yep. Like, I think that's what you have to do. That's your, you know what? And you don't want to do it when you're down those 3 scores that I talked about. When it's, Neal, let's say for the sake of an argument, 27-10. When it's 27-10, you don't want to have to go to that well.
Yeah.
Because then we walk out to the barn and we just start milking that clock, okay? Here's a little Jahmyr Gibbs. Here's that 5-yard pass to Laporta. Hey, do you remember Montgomery? Here's Montgomery going for 3, 4, and 3 to keep a drive going and everything. That's the last thing you want to do.
The only way they win is if they shut down Gibbs, and that's not happening. If you look, and we had Dan Miller on the show Friday. Shout out Dan Miller. He gave out the numbers of what Jahmyr Gibbs does to this Minnesota Vikings team. If you can't slow down Gibbs, you're going to have a long day at the office. And I think this Lions defense, they're getting healthier. They're going to come in and they're going to dominate J.J. McCarthy. They're going to give him some different looks, some shit he ain't seen before. He's going to be on the ground a lot, too. Shout out Aiden Hutchinson. They will be reacquainted very few times in this game.
Wait a minute.
Oh, here we go.
If he's on the ground a lot, how can he throw for 350 yards
Here
and 5
we
touchdowns
go.
and lose 45-42? I just want him to play well.
I don't think it'll happen that way. I think you were lied to, Neal.
By the way, did you see that number? Did you see Mahomes and Josh Allen are only 5-4 head-to-head, okay? Mahomes 5, Josh Allen 4.
Let me tell you where Allen is 0.
In the playoffs. 4-0. Mahomes is 4-0 against him in the playoff.
Yes, sir.
Isn't that amazing? Yeah.
All right, everybody, remember, Woodward Sports.
Okay, so what's the score today?
Like
Come
the
on, Neal.
spread thing, like
Neal,
they'll
come
be in the,
on.
all right, let me work backwards. They'll be in the 30s. They're always in the 30s.
And the Vikings will be.
They'll be in the 20s. Like, they will. Like,
Really?
Yeah, because JJ at halftime, Jay Jettis at halftime will have, like, 54 feet receiving. But then in the second half, he'll end up with, like, 95 yards.
I'll do it 31-20, but at no point in time in this game am I worried about the Lions losing.
31-20.
31-20.
I'll even say this. I'll go 31-23. The Vikings cover, but the Lions are never threatened in this game.
Yep. This is one of those games.
This will be like an NFL cover where you'll be like, that's why sports books are in business.
Not worried about it.
I got 35-17. Y'all being way too generous. Like, until J.J. McCarthy proves that, like you said, he can actually throw a forward pass in the NFL, it's going to be a long day for him. 35-17.
42-10,
forward
says
down
Spenny.
the motherfucking field. You see me.
It's going to be 3 scores. I firmly believe it's going to be 3 scores.
Can we do this? Can we do this before we sign off?
42-10
And I'm a Michigan fan, by the way.
I want it.
You know that.
At halftime, look at Jay Jettis' stats and look at McCarty's and he's calling first career pick.
The first career pick.
Shout out
today?
TA.
Matty in the chat, Spenny's got one for you. Brock Wright, first touchdown.
Brock Wright.
Yeah. It's got to be.
Brock Wright.
All right. That will do it, everybody. For Sean Baligian, for KG, intern Jeff, Brennan, Spenny. Hey, make sure you check it out. We got you all day long. Spencer Easy over at Gillies. Shout out Second Best Tullamore, Dew Irish Whiskey for making this all possible. Sun Cruiser, Mad Pack, Sven Johnson Law, Gold Crown. For Sean Baligian, intern Jeff, KG, I'm Neal Ruhl. Thanks for tapping in. Go Lions. Shout out Second Best. Well, see you later.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com